Got it. Oh. Gotta take the hat off, put a different hat on. What? Oh. Gotta take the hat off, put a different hat on. Oh. Gotta take the hat off, put a different hat on. Where the fuck he go? Oh, there you are. How are you fucking live, but I don't see you? This motherfucker just left me in a fucking live. What the hell is that shit all about? That's kind of bullshit. This motherfucker just left me in a fucking live. What the hell is that shit all about? That's kind of bullshit. Well, it's supposed to be in Joel's Buddha. Well, it's supposed to be in Joel's Buddha.
Bam, how about now?
Yeah, you're back.
Sorry.
How come I can't see chat in this, but I have to fucking go to actual YouTube to see chat?
I don't know why you have to go to YouTube to see chat.
I see my in Just Right One's Buddha, but I don't see anybody else.
Bam, how about now?
Yeah, you're back.
Sorry. He said stop the replay.
Huh?
He said stop the replay.
Chat in this, but I have to fucking go to actual YouTube to see chat.
I don't know why you have to go to YouTube to see chat. Let me grab my headphones.
I see my in. Yeah, but I still can't see fucking chat on the screen. I gotta look at my fucking phone.
Yeah, I was totally not prepared for all this today. Jimmy kind of hit me on the spot, said, hey, you should go live.
Right? I gotta look at fucking chat on my phone because it doesn't show up on my end. Who can see your messages? Everyone. Everyone. Oh, I'll just look on the phone. Yeah, but I still can't see. I gotta look at my fucking phone. And I'm hearing myself. Yeah, school me, buddy.
Oh, I got you, Brand. Hold on.
Right. I gotta look if I can chat my phone because it doesn't show up on No, I don't hear you at all. No audio from you, buddy. See some now. No, don't hear you. I was hearing you. It is our first time, Miner. No, I get nothing.
How about now? You got something for me now?
Yep, got you now.
Good deal.
Still don't have chat on the right hand side of the screen. It just shows whatever I write.
Okay. I'm getting it. Pop out chat.
$5,000 computer, Miner? Sorry, I don't buy cheap shit.
Who the hell is Butter Squad?
I have no fucking clue.
I don't know who that is either. But yeah, what's up, Jimmy? I think we got it
buddy?
now. Miner, does everything look good to you, my friend?
This ain't nothing on my fucking shirt. It's a fucking bleach stain. So fuck you, Miner.
How about you, Miner? We good? We're good now?
I don't think you really need to ask his advice.
I gotta ask Miner. He's gonna be truthful with me. If I'm fucking up, he's gonna tell me I'm fucking up. One true Texan. What's good, bro?
What's going on, Juan? What's up, buddy? Fuck, I don't know which one it is. Found it.
Alright. Good shit. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the inconvenience. Getting everybody fucked up coming in here. Me and Jimmy was just shooting the shit, chatting. If you don't know, Cole Image, Jimmy, Stephen Roman Miner, Chris Chapman, Lopez, Diggy Diggler, ID Voca, all good people in my book, man. We chat on a daily basis. I mean, there's not a day that goes by we don't shoot the shit in some way. In Facebook Messenger and shit, we were just sitting there video chatting, and Jimmy's like, when are you going to do a live again? I was like, you know what? I need to do one right now. So let's fucking do one right now. Sure enough, we're doing one right now.
I just want to see Scuba Steve.
Huh?
I just want to see Scuba Steve.
Oh, Scuba Steve.
Yeah, that's all I want to hear.
Jeremy M says, what's good, Mr. Just Right? Everything's good, my friend. Cadillacing. Making it happen. But yeah, I was like, I'll go right now. He's like, all right, let's go. So, of course, it took me a minute to get the shit fired up. I had to pay the $15 fee to get the Zoom upgraded to be able to go live on YouTube and shit. It was all crazy. But either way, we got it. A couple hiccups at the start of the show. Jimmy, my main man, dude, you see the computer he's building back there? He's building a fucking monster.
It's not a monster, but it's nice.
Man, dude's got some
It's heavy
pretty
as
good
a
skills.
It's heavy as fuck.
So what are you vaping on, Jimmy?
A lot of them. Well, not a lot. I have Paramore. Oh, where's my cam? RTA. My favorite.
Legit.
Then I'm vaping on another Paramore with the RTA.
Good shit.
Also my favorite. And then my next favorite for mix, it's really kind of simple. There's really not much about it, but it's the MRN Night. I got the who the fuck is that? I can't remember what it. Oh, the Mach 1, which is fucking pretty nice. And then I got this piece of crap. I mean, sorry, the PS.
Piece of shit, you mean? I get it all the time. Hell, I knew it whenever I released it. The POS was going to be called the POS. I knew that. I knew that coming into it, man. I wasn't even tripping. I'm very proud of the PS. It's actually something I really enjoy vaping on personally. I wish I had one with me right now that I was vaping on. Sadly, I don't. I'm rocking the old Defiant Designs TS. Let's see if we can get that to focus.
I never had one of those. I always wanted one, but I never had one.
With the profile up top.
That's the 3 battery thing, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Silver contacts all the way through. With the OG profile with the 22 millimeter conversion cap on it. A lot of people don't know, man, but the original profile prototype, I got it the same time I got this mod. And I tested both. I tested the original profile on it almost consistently. Like it was my thing. Hell, I took it to Atlanta with me. Had 3 batteries in the mod. When I left, I was able to, my entire trip in Atlanta, vape without having to change batteries. And it was just like, you know what? That one has to be it.
Shit, a 3 battery parallel? That's fucking nice.
Yeah, dude. Just battery life for days. It's the perfect travel mod for me, squonking on it. So, and just something I wanted to revisit, something I had in the vape vault. I was digging through there the other day. I was like, you know what? I'm going to vape that. It's nice to go back and vape the old shit.
It ain't even that great, but I like it. I was on the chart just tried to plug it back in. My Aegis boost. I use that the most.
Then, of course, the profile squonk mod, but not in squonk mode, dual battery mode with the profile M up top. Another banger for me, man. One I really, really enjoy.
Yeah.
But, and some disposables, of course. Got that waterfall wafer.
I've never, believe it or not, I don't think I've ever vaped a disposable, ever.
They get you by in a crunch, man. Get your quick nicotine fix up.
I
Pulse
vaped
AIO is another one I'm vaping right now. Matter of fact,
I
I'm gonna
vaped
grab
some
it.
Juul-ish things, but they weren't disposable. I don't think I've ever actually done a disposable. Just to let everybody know, mine is a fucking Regard. Regard.
Pay no regards to minor.
Yep.
Yep, Pulse AIO. That's another one I've been rocking. Heavy.
I like the look of the Pulse AIO.
I love the look of the Pulse AIO, man. It's a bittersweet piece for me. I'm glad to see my brother Tony B rocking that one and getting that done.
So hold it back up. Is that considered a Boro device? Is that like actually a Boro?
It is. It will take their standard Boro device in it as well.
So is it a pre-made coil when you first get it, or do you got to actually put coils in it?
I got the full kit from Tony, sample kit. It came with the Vessel RBA.
All right. That's not something that you get normally?
And you can buy it. I think it's a separate secondary purchase.
Yeah.
And it also comes with a pre-built coil. I was rocking the Vessel pretty heavy, and I wanted to try the pre-built coil, see what it was like.
How is that compared to the .mod AIO pre-built coils?
I like the .mod coils.
The .mod coils.
I do enjoy the .mod
I keep
coils.
saying for like the last fucking half a year that I got to order some so I can use mine, but I haven't done it yet. They were great.
The .mod coils are dope. I liked them a lot. I like the one that Tony offered with this one. You know, it's Vandy Vape, man. Vandy Vape's not a newbie to this game. They've been around for a long time. They got good sub-on tanks. They got good products across all market shares. So you're gonna get pretty good stuff. But the price point on this, man, just I think this is like $100.
$100
So
bucks? It's not bad.
what you get out of it, man, and the customization options, 21700 USB charging point
Is
if necessary. Dude, it's right up my
is
alley
that
for
a
me.
standard color though? That red?
No, it's
That's
not my
your
favorite
red?
color, red. I mean, I got a red shirt on, and that's like
No, no,
maybe this
no.
color.
Well, but is that a standard color though? The
Yes,
orange?
it is. Yeah,
It looks pretty cool. I like it. How many watts does it go up to?
80. 80 watts. Next in it's going to be the truss. I'm going to throw the truss in it. I typically rock my truss in my Sunbox mod.
I got a truss somewhere. Where's my truss?
That one right there.
My truss is in a fucking box. Because the mod that I bought, because I don't vape that way, but the mod that I bought fucking is junk. I won't say what it is, but it doesn't do very well. So I gotta get another mod.
Brett McConnell says the Pulse IO comes with both pre-built and the Vessel RBA. I guess it's a purchase option. I'm not sure, man. Like I said, I can't give you retail experience because I got a sample from Tony prior to its release.
I trust Jimmy doesn't use a truss.
Very good one there, Miner. Very good one.
Not really.
Jimmy doesn't use a truss.
Not really.
And that's cool, man. I mean, the funny thing is I've seen a lot of people commenting recently on the truss, some good, some bad.
Who cares?
Well, I care. As a designer of a product, I want people to have a good experience with it. I mean, that's ultimately the end goal. But again, it's like anything else in vaping, though. It's not for everybody. There's some people out there that absolutely love it. I personally love the truss. I love the vape I get off of it. It's my style of vaping, so it's something I enjoy. There's people that don't enjoy my style of vaping. They have their own style of vaping and expectations in which they're trying to get out of this. So the truss may not be for them. You got a lot of people that are coming over from mechs into the burrow world expecting to get the same kind of vape off of a burrow device they get off.
That's like the latest thing, though. I know a lot of mech heads. I know a lot of mech heads that are fucking vaping way less. Like, I was a mech head when I first started out. Well, once I became to, like, the hobbyist side of it, I was a mech head. And then now I'm doing mesh, and I don't even make coils no more. Fuck that shit. I'll buy them.
Yeah.
I think it's just people are realizing that you don't have to spend that much time vaping. You can get something so much easier to do it, and you get just the same amount of satisfaction.
You do. Like I said, I personally enjoy it, man. It's something that it does it for me. It's not for everybody, though. I'll say that again. It's not for everybody, but it wasn't intended to be for everybody. It wasn't. Whenever we did that, it wasn't intended for everybody.
But I think if you take a mech head, right? If you take a mech head and you give them a Pulse A or a dot mod or a billet box ish device, and you up the nicotine in it, so that way you get that whole lung feel, and put a blindfold on them. I think that they would probably like it, as long as they can get that fullness in their lungs. I guess that was my thing, because like when I first got in the billet box, I went heavy. I was buying doors and fucking trying to find this and that, and yeah, I could never get it because I could never get that lung feel out of it, and I didn't want to go up in like a million milligrams of nicotine just to be able to get that. But now that it's been quite a while after that, and I know what I'm doing, I'm sure I could probably get into that again.
Spiritual Bliss, how are you? I hope you're well. I'm blessed over here. Definitely doing good. Uh, Mechs, dude. Everything comes full circle in vaping. So I think it's going to come back. It'll come make its full circle back again to mechs. Seeing a large transition of mech users to the burrow world. I don't know if it's just the collector part of the mech heads that like collecting pieces and chasing rare pieces. But you got rare pieces in the burrow world that are shooting up in value. I mean, you got some pieces going for
Man,
$1,000, $2,000.
the thing I don't like about a mech or about the whole burrow world, rare pieces and all that. So you got this big heavy piece of metal. Well, this is not. This is T6 aluminum. No, it's not heavy. I mean, once you put a battery and everything in it, it gets kind of weighty. But like, it feels like it costs something. But then when you get a piece of plastic that costs $300, I'm sorry, it's hard to fucking get on that gravy train. And trust me, I like gravy.
I've tried them all. You know what I mean. I've tried just about everything except the Delro. I haven't had a Delro. I haven't had the Borat or the Mule or something. Uh, I've had every stash that's been available. The 1.2, the 18, and the 21. It's that hunt, that pursuit of things. You know what I mean. I think as hobbyists, we enjoy pursuing things and trying to obtain the unobtainable. It keeps us on our toes, keeps us doing something, keeps us active. More so in the last 2 years with COVID and everything that's been, people have a lot more time at home. People kind of going stir crazy. So having something to stimulate us with a pursuit and hunt of something, it's pretty good. You know what I mean? It keeps us rolling.
Mine thinks I'm gonna fall out of my chair. Sorry, buddy. I don't think it's gonna
Oh,
happen.
good stuff, Steve Thompson. Good stuff, man. Good
What
shit.
do you say?
Chris Greek, good shit, man. Glad to see you here, man. I hope you're well. Juan True Texan, blessed. Sergio D, my brother from overseas, man. What's good with you, partner? Good guy, man. Damn good guy. Always sending me some funny ass messages.
$5 to freaking see me fall out of my chair. There's way too fucking much money behind me to fall out of my chair.
Mine are $4.99. Says payment to see Jimmy fall out of his chair.
Yeah, but my
Shit.
chair, I can lean back. I got a little button on it. I can go all. Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm too fat to go back that far, but.
Steve, man, I've been good, brother. I have been really, really good, beyond blessed. Super, super busy right now, man. In personal life, busy, but in vaping world life, busy as well. Trying to finish out some products, make sure we get some things rounded out to the people, doing a lot of testing, a lot of consulting. Same things I've always done. Nothing's changed as far as that goes. If you know, you know, man. I'm always on the phone with China doing something, man. I've got shit. I'm trying to get a work visa over there. Hell, tell them bastards send me over there for like 6 months out of the year. Get my work done. Hell, 4 months. I could do it in 4 months. Give me 4 months over there. We can knock out like 2 years worth of projects. Send me back.
I meant to go to fucking China. I always thought it'd be badass.
Dude,
Not like
I'd
China,
give everything in the
China.
world to go to China.
I want to go to like the tea gardens and all that shit. That'd be cool as fuck. Sergio said he's glad he caught you live.
Sergio, I'm glad you did, man. I'm glad you did. I wish I were doing it more often. You know what I mean? Truth be told, I do work on the other side as well, doing other things, so it keeps my time occupied a lot. To say I give you an excuse as to why I haven't been live, man, it hasn't just really ticked the boxes for me. Like I say, staying active in pursuit of something and always working for something. Well, like as hobbyists, we want to pursue and achieve the unobtainable. The same goes for me in my professional life. I want to achieve the unobtainable. I want to constantly stay busy, always stay working. So therefore, I neglect some things. My Patreons have been my biggest neglect. I regret that very, very much, and it reflects in Patreon numbers. You know what I mean? At one point in time, I know people brag about Patreon numbers or whatnot. I'm not here to brag about Patreon numbers, but I had a nice little Patreon following, and it's diminished to almost nothing. And that's what happens when you're not active and giving people content, you know. So know that I don't do vaping for the Patreon or to create content. I do vaping because I enjoy it. It's a lifestyle in which I enjoy, and it gives me a creative side. You know, a lot of people like to create content and reviews and videos, and me personally, I like to create products. I want to create the next thing, the next end thing. So very,
Jeremy,
very busy right now.
I don't know about a mesh burrow. I think that'd be badass though. It'd be cool as fuck.
Oh, the truss was initially a mesh burrow. That's where we got the side airflow because the airflow has to hit the side of the mesh. So that's where we got the side airflow inside the truss. We were able to put the airflow inside the burrow. And in our testing, we weren't satisfied with it. But I said, hey, you know what? We can throw a single coil in this. Let's see how it does with the side airflow inside of a burrow. And it was very important that we did that when we did it. And I'm glad that we did it because other burrows were coming out that were going to do airflow inside the burrow. So for us to do that and achieve that, dude, that's phenomenal, man. Like people don't realize how I'm not tooting its own horn, but the innovation behind that, dude, there's a lot. It was the very first time it's ever been done in a burrow to have airflow inside the burrow.
So if it
Nobody done that.
If it ended up being mesh, was the mesh going to be a proprietary size?
It would have to be a proprietary size just due to the spacing of the burrow itself.
Yeah.
But have no fear because we are not done with the mesh burrow. That is still something to come down the pipeline, something we're just fine tuning and tweaking right now. It's I'm not in a rush though. I think that's something a lot of people get confused with things, man. You got to rush out, you got to rush out, you got to rush out. No, I don't want to be in a rush for nothing. I want to do things on my own time when I'm damn good and ready.
Yeah, and see that's I think that's like every company anymore. Now you got to have, I don't want to say dead rabbit, but the dead rabbit's got like what, 1,000,000 iterations of it?
The dead rabbit, and I don't knock the dead rabbit.
It's like they don't give you time to use it, and then the latest greatest version is coming out.
Well, when Heathen parted ways with the Dead Rabbit project and basically gave that over to Hell's Vape and said, "Here, you guys can run with it," gave him.
Oh, Heathen doesn't do the Dead Rabbit no more.
No, he doesn't have no affiliation with it. I mean, he's the same one with it. So you miss that controlling side of it, where he can say, "No, it's not time yet. Let's test this. Let's get the feedback from the community. Let's see what we need to do to improve it." But the Dead Rabbit is its own entity in itself. The original Dead Rabbit, the original drop.
I love the drop.
Dude, they did such phenomenal numbers that they became their own entities within those companies. It's like it's umbrella company underneath that manufacturing. So you can't knock it. It's no different than J-Bo's Wismec line of stuff that he had out there. It's like an umbrella company underneath Wismec, so what do you say about it, man? You have to let it roll,
Right. I would still be using the drop today if it had a different cap. Like I've got like this weird, I don't know what the hell you want to call it. Like I can't use caps that are made out of aluminum. Like if the cap isn't heavy, I don't like it. I don't care if it's the greatest vape on the planet. If it's not heavy, I don't like it. Like the I like the axial. Remember the first axial?
No, I got like 5 of them bitches over here.
Yeah, it was fucking great. I loved it. But then the actual Pro came out, and I'm like, a series deck? That's fucking amazing. I loved it. But then it had this cap that was like cheap. To me, it felt like cheap ass aluminum. And the vape was great. Don't get me wrong. Everything about it was great, but the cap was so chintzy that I'd never use it again. Like if your cap is not at least, solid aluminum, I probably won't use it.
Sergio said, "Don't rush stuff." I'm sure the Profile RDA was tested in the harsh 3 feet of snow in Texas winters, but it runs well at negative 10 degrees Celsius. Yeah, man, we're not rushing nothing, man. I'm not here. There's time. Tomorrow's not promised to any of us. But one thing about these products is capitalize on the downtime that we had with COVID, staying in constant communication with my Chinese counterparts, being able to develop products, test prototypes, and sign off on them to say, okay, we're ready for production at this whenever it's time. When you have a catalog of products in which you haven't released but are prepared to be released, dude, that's a great thing. And that happens when shit comes in live circles, because you get it the first time, you may miss it. And you may be developing a product to catch the next wave that you miss. Don't shelve that. Just put it to the side.
Right,
continue to tweak it and revisit it and see what innovations happen before its next life cycle. When that next life cycle rolls around, then you release that product.
But if you start releasing too fast, don't you think that would kill the sales of the original, or at least the prior?
Depends how
When I
much.
say too fast, like every couple of months, there's the next one.
You got to have it though, man, because that's about the lifespan of a product. Is about 90 days on average. Is a good actual shelf life for a product in the vape world. That's why you're not seeing the numbers that
I
we're
call
doing
bullshit
anymore.
on that. How long is it between each profile?
You can't compare that with everything else, though, man. It's not the same.
I'm sorry.
And that's I get it, Jimmy.
I'm just baiting you.
It's again, man. I don't take credit for what the profile did. The community makes the profile what it is today. There is nothing you can say, Mr.JustRight one did that. No,
you score 100 points in a basketball game and you win. You don't take credit for freaking the basketball being won. You take credit for you just dominated.
No, at that point, it becomes a team effort. Wodafo is a part of my team. You know, I'm a part of their team. They're family to me, man. Hell, Leon, them guys. Most of Wodafo staff has been in my home, so throughout the years, I won't take credit for it by myself. I refuse to. I give that back to the community. You go look on Facebook, man. I don't have a group specifically for just profile group only. You know what I mean? Like that's never been my MO, man. It's not who I am. It's not what I want. I want my products worldwide. I want users from all around the world. I don't need to have a page, a group page, because the community is my group. That's where I'm to be found. Find me in the community. Them other guys can separate themselves and have their own little groups and shit, whatever they want. That's not going to be me in anything that I do, whether it be a trust, Paramore, profile. And somebody says, well, that's not because you don't have the following and there's not a popular of a product. Sir, I beg to differ, because it's very well known what we've done.
Jeremy says, what about an RTA that takes the coils from the 1.5? I never had a 1.5. What size coils does that take?
1.5 takes the same size coils as an RDTA.
Oh, he said RTA. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Again, man, just know the profile lineup, dude. There's a lot to come with it. It's not something that's just going away tomorrow. It's its entity in itself. Just like I said with the drop, the Wismax, the Dead Rabbit. It's its own entity in itself now. So the profile line of products is going to continue to grow. Juan True Texan says, isn't there a Recurve V2 coming out? How long was it since the first one came out? I don't know how long it was. Since the first one's probably been over 3 years, I believe, since the first Recurve.
Yeah, it's been a while, because I remember I got the first Recurve. I got it at a vape shop, which is crazy because like now you can't buy RDAs in a vape shop no more, at least around me, which is crazy.
The original Recurve. Hell, I got one somewhere. It's still sealed in the box.
I liked it, but I don't know. I think the reason why I didn't like it as much is like back then I was just learning to build a coil, like to actually make a coil, and I don't think I was like good enough to make a coil to do it justice.
I'll grab my favorite Recurve right now.
What's going on, Brunelli? I was bored trying to debate Joe going into live.
Original Recurve, man. I don't think this one's ever been baked on.
I think I threw mine away. Let's see if I got any specialnesses in here.
But the time limit between the two, man, again.
Oh God, remember the dock?
Yeah.
I think you gave me that one.
I probably did. Benelli, what's up, man?
It's got
what's
juice
up?
on it. Apparently, freaking, I gotta clean. Oh, okay, that's why. I had my tertial in here and it started to leak.
So, the original recurve was probably 3-4 years ago. Probably right at 3 years ago. But then you had the recurve dual that came out. It done its thing. But in the meantime, too, Mike had projects with other companies as well. So, respectively, you kind of got to watch that, how you're doing that when you're releasing something. You don't want to release something then and release something again with another company, especially in the same market, if it's as a rebuildable as such.
Yep.
It becomes a conflict of interest at that time, you know what I mean? And respectively, you want to give each manufacturer their own timeline with each project.
Yeah.
And the consumers as well, because people are out there, they're not everybody just has money to blow. Not everybody has Jimmy money, you know what I mean? So a lot of people have to be
You fucking dick. You
conservative of how they're doing and spending their money. They don't want to buy
Murray,
one
you
product
want
to
a
support
computer?
you.
Right here, Murray. You want it? I've almost got that shit done right there. Water cooled and everything.
But, the consumers, man, you don't want them buying one product and then to support you, and then you releasing something else with another company that's in the same market category to go buy another one. It's like they have to make a decision. You don't want that. To me, that's not very good business.
How does that work though? Like, say, like you did the profile, and what was the first company after the profile came out you worked with?
DuffPo.
Dopo. Was there any kind of like craziness in between because you were with Tofo, and then all of a sudden you were with Dopo?
No, two different market categories. In the profile, you had the rebuildable line, original profile. Then we had the Unity. The Homage was a sub-ohm tank, so it's its own separate market share altogether. And it had its own target demographic in which I was pursuing with it, and my goals with it was to give my mother something that she could use. That was I wanted to design something that my mama could use. I didn't give a damn how many we sold. If I could give one to my mother could put a coil in it, fill it up with e-liquid, put it on a mod and vape it. Mission accomplished by my standards.
Does she still vape?
She does. She does still vape.
Does she dual use or she just vape?
No, she just vapes only vapes. And her favorite mod is actually that Next Mesh mini mod that they came out with. Dude, she loves that fucking thing. Where can I get coils? When can I get coils? I was like, well, I got another mod I can send you. I don't have any coils, but I can send you a mod.
Right. Why can't I see the chat on the screen? What am I doing wrong?
On what screen are you looking at?
The computer.
I don't know why you can't, because I have mine in pop-out chat. All I'm looking at is the chat on the screen, and then
How do you do pop-out chat?
Find the chat and click the little tab on the side that says pop-out chat. Are you looking in the Zoom screen? You're not going to see it on the Zoom
just found
screen.
it. Hold on.
Okay.
Pop-out chat. Pop-out chat only comes up with participants. Me and you. Merge to meeting window? No.
Yeah, I wish the Homage came out in pink for the wife.
I got my phone. It's all good.
Yeah, I wish we did more colors of the Homage. You know what I mean? Personally, I'd like to have a gold Homage. I thought that'd been cool to have a gold one, but I never got a gold one. We just did a black and stainless. But 5 coils in it. I thought that was pretty unique, something that hadn't been done before. To me, it was mission accomplished with the Homage. And when I told you earlier about the Pulse AIO being a bittersweet project, when we released the original Homage, the original prototype for it, the coil design on the original prototype was designed to fit into a Burrow device. It was designed to fit in the billet box Burrow. The original coil for the Homage was designed to fit inside that Burrow.
I never had the Homage. I think Miner had it, right?
Mine probably did. Mine has got one of everything on mine, I'm sure. Probably 2. I don't think he cared for it, but I know he had one.
I think he did though. I think he liked it.
Let's see if I can pull this coil. Yeah, this coil. That thing's nasty. Show you how long it's been since I've had this bitch out. But that coil was initially designed to fit directly into a burrow. That was when, I don't even know how long ago it was the old mod's released. Hell, 2 years ago, something like that. But we foreseen that market. I foreseen that market and called it and was talking to heavy talks with a few manufacturers to get something done. Major Chinese manufacturing did not think the burrow market would be what it is today. So to see Tony with his pulse, to me, is like a victory. Because it's like, yeah, y'all sit back and watch how good this damn thing does, because it's going to do phenomenal numbers. He's going to be super successful with it. I'm very, very proud of him. I just know I wanted that to be me. I'm not going to lie. I wanted that to be me. But it just didn't happen that way. I'm not bitter about it by any means. If anything, I'm going to be more supportive of Tony in his pursuit with the Pulse AIO. Because all it does really is just, especially with these manufacturers in which I consulted with on it and tried to get them to do it, they're going back and checking like, damn, he told us 2.5 years ago that we should have done an affordable burrow device, and we didn't listen. We told him it wasn't going to happen. That market's dead. It's not going to come to it. So
I like Tony. I don't watch him often, but he's just like way too laid back. It's just cool.
He's a good guy in person too, man. Like he's just an all around good dude, and checks up on somebody. You know, like it means a lot to me. It may not mean much to some, but it means everything to me. When somebody shoots you a fucking message just to check and see how the hell you're doing, not looking for nothing, not wanting nothing, just literally just checking. Hey, how the hell are you, man?
Right.
Mad scientist, I seen you jump in the Zoom and then you dipped out. What happened, man?
Man, he fucking left Zoom earlier. What a jerk. He said he didn't want to be. He said he was going to bed. Caught him.
But yeah, watching Tony succeed with that pulse, dude, it's
Dude,
bittersweet.
a
But
lot with the Pulse though. There's been how many Pulse products have there been?
look at the original Pulse
Right.
Squonk mod, dude. The original Pulse Squonk mod made squonking available to the masses. The Pulse AIO is going to make the burrow device available to the masses.
Even more so than the .AIO?
Even more so than the .AIO, for the simple fact of the following that Tony has behind him. Tony has a very, very loyal following behind him, and Vandy Vape with them as well. Dude, that takes it worldwide, and that's not just going to be an American niche market or a European niche market. Dude, that's worldwide. That's globally. So it just, these people that are buying the Pulse AIO, they may have been thinking about a billet box, they may have seen it, and they just probably didn't want to spend the coin on it with the uncertainty of it. So to have Vandy Vape and Tony do this, it gives them a route to say, you know what, let me try it and see if I like it. It's just, it's huge, man. It's very, very impactful to the entire market share. And I have to respect that. Anybody who is familiar with the burrow world at all has to respect what Tony's doing. They may say, oh, it's a clone or it's this. Me personally, I don't feel as if it's a clone. He's doing things that I think Billet Box should have done or should do in their revisions and updates of their latest product. The biggest thing is going to be availability, making sure that there's plenty of them available for the masses. 2, affordability, making sure that they're affordable. You know, we are in 2022. Some people are facing the most stressful financial situations they've ever faced in their life. And I can say that because I too am very aware of financial struggles in 2022, 2021, 2020. It's not what it used to be. So things have to adjust. We're under hyperinflation right now. Of course, the cost of things are going up. And people say, well, then your vape devices should go up. Well, if you have to dip into your profit margin just a little bit to ensure that the community is taken care of, do that now. Because they've done so much for us prior to this. So lower your profit margins just a hair. give back to the community, allow that to sit with them a little bit to help them out. When things kick back up again, the community will remember that. And when this market turns around and starts being flourishing again, who are they going to spend their money with? The guy who's not budging on profit margins, or the person who was taking care of the community? To me, I've said it many times, community is everything. Without them, you do not exist.
Yeah, but this community is annoying.
It is. This community, it's bittersweet as well, man. Like, you have people that, to me, it doesn't make a shit, because people hate me. Even if I wasn't in vaping, people hated me before that.
I don't hate you, little buddy.
I know you don't. Thank you, good buddy. Some people really take it personally, and I can't take it personally, man. There's people out there that love me, and there's people out there that hate me.
Freaking internet. If you don't like it, shut your fucking internet off.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, people say, oh, mesh sucks. It's the worst thing ever. No fucking flavor and da-da-da. Really? Because sales numbers will say otherwise, my friend. I mean, fuck, you didn't have companies come out and develop their own fucking mesh just because it sucks. No, they did it because there's a calling for it. There's a need for it. It's a profitable margin for it. Something they can get into to make money. You had entire companies founded on just mesh alone. So, very, very pleased with the outcome of that. Real quick, while we're on the YouTubes, man, and Jimmy is here, personal thank you, man.
For what?
Thank you.
For a fucking phone?
For a phone. Yeah, a fucking phone. I'm going to say thank you for a phone.
The damn phone I'm not even using no more. I got like 5 of them. I got like 5 of them just sitting in the back.
I get that, Jimmy. But to me, it's the principle.
No, I don't. I got rid of all of them. Except I think I got one more.
Oh, Juan True Texan, very valid point.
You got one more. Anybody want it? $500. No.
It's not hate. It's envy, Joel. That's different. Whether it be envy, hate, jealousy, spite, whatever it is, it's going to happen, man. It's not going to stop me from doing what I do. I'm going to continue to do what I do, be who I am. It's just the way that I'm programmed, People think, oh, he's going after so-and-so. He's taking it out on... Man, the way I feel about it is fuck them and fuck the horse they rode in on. And the ugly ass bitch.
That's why I see it.
Because
unless...
I'm not living my life to please other people. Whenever I'm dead, they're going to forget about me like that any fucking way. So I'm living my life to be happy with what I'm doing. People tell me, Joel, you should get more rest. You should sleep more often. Man, I'm only given so many heartbeats, man. I want to make sure I experience all of them bitches. I don't want to be wasting half my heartbeat sound asleep.
I'd rather sleep. I need sleep. I'm too damn fat to not have sleep.
Jeremy M. Yeah, man. The community, it's two sides to it, man. You have a side of the community that's really good, and you have a side of the community that... And it's not even that they're not good. It's just
Jeremy M. is obviously not in the groups that I'm in.
It's just... It is what it is, man. You're not going to be everybody's favorite. I don't tend to be everybody's favorite. I don't want to be everybody's favorite. One big thing that people always tend to forget is just because you've seen it on Facebook or you're in a vaping group, there's fucking vapors out there that have no idea vaping groups even exist.
Dude, I don't know anybody. Literally, in my entire fucking life, I don't know anybody that's on the hobbyist side of vaping. Personally.
Yeah, personally.
Personally, not one of them. What kind of mod is that? Oh, that's a mech mod. What's a mech mod? Who's MRN? Who's this? Who's that? Okay, sorry, but this is what it is.
You
not
think
one
about
of them.
The algorithms in YouTube even the algorithms in Facebook and Amazon Music, just algorithms in general. Like in Amazon Music, for example, or even in YouTube, Apple Music, not YouTube, but Apple Music, even YouTube Music, Red. You can get suggested music for you that you like. You know what I mean? That's similar to the music in which you listen to. Hey, check out the latest by this newest artist. What the fucking vaping has that? You know what I mean? We're not in that algorithm on Amazon that's on everybody's fucking cell phone. Matter of fact, we're banned from most cell phone apps any damn way. That says, hey, check out the latest from Grim Green, or check out the latest from Matt from Suck My Mods. Check out the latest from Vape and Bogan to pop up on your phone when you're in fucking Apple Source or Samsung or YouTube.
Whatever
It just
happened
doesn't
with
fucking
vape?
happen.
Is that still a thing?
What's
Vape
that?
tube? Vape tube? I remember when a lot of people were getting, a lot of reviewers were getting demonetized. They were talking about going over to vape tube.
I would never even consider going to another platform other than YouTube, VapeTube,
I was never there. I don't even know
ModTube.
if it actually took off or what.
Same with that whole MeWe movement that was going down when people worried about groups shutting down and such.
Sorry, I ain't joining a MeWe.
Yeah, me
It
either.
sounds too damn gay.
But if you are faced with that, and instead of running to another source or another outlet, you can run as often as you want. But when are you going to stand up and fight? Like, just stand up and say, you know what? No, I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to continue to do what I do. If you give me my 30 fucking strikes, give me my 30 fucking strikes. But don't think that I'm not going to still be designing products, developing products, putting products in retail stores across America. My goal is eventually I want to see fucking profile products sold in fucking gas stations. I don't give a fuck if it's a profile mod, a profile disposable. I want to see a Just Right One product in a fucking gas station across America. Like, that's what I want to see. I want to be right there with the big boys in tobacco world. I think we sell ourselves short in vaping and what we're shooting for. The companies that do it, we bash them, we attack them. Joel was in every fucking gas station doing exactly what these fucking things are doing, but it was Joel branded and everybody bashed them for it. Why did they bash them for it?
No,
because they were super successful. They were dominating the market.
They destroyed Juul around here. Like, the only way you're getting a Juul now around here is through a vape shop.
Yeah. So that's my goal. I think that we should be all shooting for that. If you're not shooting for that, then I don't know what the fuck you're doing, man. Because my goal is I want to be right next to a fucking pack of cigarettes. I want to be sitting right there where it's an option. Say, I want that instead of that pack of cigarettes. I would like.
I agree with that. I agree with that for the most part, but the only thing I disagree with is that when that shit gets in there, what's to tell that you're going to get an authentic product? What's to tell your juice is going to be that? Because I've seen some crazy shit go down in gas stations. You know what I mean? And it'd be cool to be able to get an authentic e-liquid or an authentic RDA to pick up at a gas station or whatever, but I just don't think that some of these gas stations is going to be too kosher about it.
Well, you got to think about it. Who's to say that the cigarettes you're buying at the gas station or people are buying at the gas station are legit? They could very well be fake. They could be counterfeit. They counterfeit cigarettes all the time. So if you get to that point where you have to worry about that, that's a good fucking problem to have. Same thing with the cloning world. You know, people bash clones and this and that. I'm always thinking.
Oh, I'm 100% for clones. I would never buy one.
Are inspired by it? Dude,
but I'm 100% for clones.
People are inspired by my design.
Dude, they've priced so much. They've priced so much of the market, so much of the people out of certain products, to where there's no possible way that some of these people can buy these products. You know, and they want to have them. So why not let them have them? So if somebody's going to clone it and fucking make it affordable for them to have it, and it's a one-on-one clone, why freaking not?
Yeah.
Why freaking not? I'm not going to go out and spend freaking $800 on a freaking billet box set of billet box doors when I can go get the exact same damn doors made with the exact same materials for freaking $50. Fuck that. I ain't about that shit.
That's always been my thing, man. I just don't want to. If I get cloned or inspired a product to be just like mine or similar to mine or identical to mine, then fuck, I did something right. That means I did something good enough that somebody wanted to copy it. Nobody's ever wanted to copy what I do or repeat whatever I say or he said that. Well, no. You know, very rarely do I find people that share the same mindset as me. So if the creative mindset of mine is something that people want to duplicate and replicate, fucking have at it, man. I'm not even the slightest bit upset. And I know China was pissed when other companies were taking profile-inspired designs and applying it and me not being upset with it. I'm like, guys, we did something good. I mean, fuck. It's just we solidified ourselves in our design in this. Love it or hate it, it ain't going nowhere.
Well, it's even more than that because the profile, just because they took the designs, but the profile's still selling.
Yep.
So why hate that? It's still selling. It didn't hurt the numbers.
It's still selling. It's still making it happen. But that's my thing, dude. I want to be in every fucking gas station like every big tobacco out there. That's my goal. I want to be on Indian reservations. I want to be right there with everybody else. I want to be with them big boys. And will I accomplish that in my life? I don't know. But hell, I'm gonna have fun trying. If I fall short, I fell short. But doesn't mean, what if I don't ever try? That means I've never tried. Hell, I'm willing to try.
If you fall short, you're still more than Lopez.
In Romania, we have a saying: the seller asking price is not insane if the buyer paying the price is insane. It's the buyer that's, yeah, that's good. Lopez says he only buys profile clones. Thank you, Lopez. I appreciate your support. It's kind of like a compliment. It is a compliment. It's a huge compliment. But to get these other guys, man, and that just, I get it. I mean, I get they're upset about it. You know, they work hard on something and somebody takes their design dude, I had a design stolen from me. A lot of people don't even know that I had another dual mesh RDA on the market that the design was flat out fucking stolen from me. Was I compensated a down payment on the product? Yes, I was. But once that down payment was made, you know, and the gentleman just kind of went about his way. One guy left the company, the engineer left the company, the engineer took the design with him and had it ran through another company. It's ultimately my design. They flopped, they busted their ass on it. But one, the name of it sucked. Two, they didn't finish it. You know what I mean? They didn't finish putting the touches to it that we had agreed to. And it was a dual mesh RDA, and it was a damn good dual mesh RDA.
Oh yeah, you told me about that one time.
Oh, I got it right here in my hand. I'm not going to show the name,
but you're showing the damn picture, so I guess it doesn't matter. Somebody's gonna know.
Yep, it was a dual mesh RDA, and I really, really enjoyed this fucking vape. It was a beautiful vape, but it happens, man. Jeff J, yo, what's good? What's good?
Oh my god. Jay is like, you should do a profile product with a bottle of Sabora's Delicanto Nancy's playing Cocho with it. He loves that stuff.
Dual mesh and vapes like a fucking dream. But it is what it is, man. It happens, you know. So those guys that get upset about their shit getting cloned or, you know, somebody stealing their designs, business, man. It's dirty. You know, it's not always pretty. The bad side of business is just as bad as a pretty side of business is pretty.
Right.
The Cloud Cartel UK. Morning, guys. Mr.JustRight 1 OG Profile is my first ever rebuildable product that I bought to this day. I still vape it on the regular. Profile is an amazing line. Thank you, Cloud Cartel. I greatly appreciate that, man. Much love.
It was
yes, that is coil image over there. Yes. Joel won't do it because he can't pronounce it.
Look at this fucking dork.
He's silly. But yeah, man, I've had business deals go south too. You know what I mean? And the funny thing is, you guys earlier, Jimmy, we were talking about my next project. Those that know. I share certain information with certain people in my life that are friends, and people I know will hold that information to a degree of confidentiality until it's time.
$5 to tell you what it is.
We're really, you fucking dick. It's something we're talking about 2 years ago. The idea came up, and we rendered our first one 2 years ago, and we're just now getting to it. So
pretty cool.
It happens.
Pretty interesting. I kind of like it.
David Fisher just got the Vandy Pulse AO. Very happy with it. Wanted a billet box for a long time, but out of my price range. Exactly, man. That's what it's meant to do, and they've done it well.
Now, will that accept like the norms on the rebuildables for the billet box?
Yes, it does.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. Adjustable 510, dude. That's something else that I think that should be done in a billet box. Is an adjustable 510 instead of a static 510. Because what happens is you have all these manufacturers releasing
How do you
RBAs,
adjust it?
and they a screwdriver
Well, that's pretty cool.
releasing RBAs where tolerances may be just millimeters different or thousands of a millimeters difference.
Yeah.
And the people are tightening down their flush nuts and they're pushing that static 510 down in the billet box. Then you get another burrow or another bridge and it doesn't fire. Oh, my billet box is dead. It won't fire. Well, no, your fucking 510 is pushed too low. That's why it's not making contact. Yes, trust this the Pulse AI. Oh, of course, you're going to ask me that when I don't have my fucking billet box tool with me, but I bet I can get this bastard out of here with something. I had a coin. I don't even keep coins anymore. See, I'm trying to get like Jimmy. I'm trying to eliminate coins from my life. Just, straight blue $100 bills.
Oh my god, you know what fucking shit I gotta get rid of? It's insane.
No, I don't even remember how long ago we released a profile in. I lose
I
track
like
of time.
it. I haven't used mine in a while.
Nice.
Nice.
The Cloud Cartel UK says the innovation is always based on taking ideas that work and trying harder to better them. That's what it is. Integrity is non-negotiable, so keep doing what you're doing. Yeah.
See, but I think a lot of people are stuck on innovation, though. There's sometimes where you could just come out with something that's a tiny bit different, that's not really innovative, but good. Because sometimes people just need a little bit of a change. They don't need to have like a totally different style. You know what I mean? So I don't get where people think that like every single product has got to be different or got to be better. Sometimes just making it look a little bit different to me is, but still vape the same way as the prior. It's just fine. I don't have to have the latest, greatest freaking vape.
Well,
I know.
I for one, I like to see innovation. I put up.
I like to see innovation too, but not everything's got to be innovative, in my opinion.
And not everything has to be innovative, but I do want to see, especially with something like what we have now, like with this Pulse AIO, and you've seen all these out there. But there it is, the trust inside of it. It actually looks pretty good with the orange gasket ring from the original burrow box. It actually looks pretty fucking good right there.
I like the look of it. I think it's cool. I mean, obviously it looks like a billet box, but I still think it's cool.
Yeah.
For a third of the price.
Yeah. But I put up a post in Billet Bulletin the other day. I said, where's the innovation at, man? And people come out of the fucking woodworks to say something on that. Now, I get it. It's cool. No worries. I take criticism for what it is. And it's just that's criticism. If you can't accept that, you need to get the fuck out the kitchen because it's going to get hot. But when you have devices like this Pulse AIO that's going to really put this out to the masses, there has to be innovation in order to keep the products coming, to keep people wanting them. If everything's like the last one, eventually you're going to get to a point where nobody wants it. Mechs, for example. Dude, somebody did a sci-fi mech, everybody did a sci-fi mech. And what happens? You got mech users that are like, hey, well, there's no real innovation coming here. I'm going to go over to the burrow world. There's a little bit of innovation there. We got to keep fueling that innovation and keep pushing that boundaries. And the only way you're going to get that is for the consumers to stop saying, oh, a new bridge, then chasing every bridge, and then stickers, buttons, panels. Stop for a minute and say, okay, well, I want these stickers, I want that button, I want that door, and I want that bridge. Something changes in the future, okay, I'm getting rid of this bridge to get this bridge.
Oh
And
my god, that rabbit hole is just too damn big.
it is. And what happens in that rabbit hole is people are just doing this. They're spinning their wheels. They're going in circles. You know what I mean? You're buying something that you've already bought before, but you don't realize you bought it before because you were following somebody else who went and bought it
Yeah.
because somebody else said it was good. You didn't stop and you didn't take the time to really think for yourself. What was it that you wanted? What was appealing about this, or what made this different from what you had already? And did you really expect a different style of vape? We're not that hard-headed. We're not that stupid. We're not that ignorant. We have to start doing better as a community and as manufacturers and designers of ensuring that we don't take advantage of our community first. And don't let these companies take advantage of you. You have to start demanding to get better products or something different. You know what I mean? If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, more likely it's a duck. Same thing goes with your RBAs, man. If it looks like this one,
I'll
kind
leave
of
that one
resembles that one, guess what?
I'll leave that one alone. PG-13.
Yeah, man. But not everyone makes a good one, says Lopez. Very valid point, Lopez. Not everybody does make a good one. But when you find a good one, then you know that, all right, that's it. That's kind of where I want to be at. Little minute changes aren't going to change that much about your experience in a burrow. You only have so much space. You're only allotted so much space. But look at them, man. If you put a handful of them bitches in your hand and you look at the decks and compare them to each other, they're all about to look about the same.
I'll leave that joke alone, too.
Very, very well, Cloud Cartel. You said it. I mean, that's it. I may identify as a goose. This community is trippy. Yeah. But again, guys, just you have to start doing better for yourselves, man. I can't tell you what to do and what not to. You do whatever the fuck makes you happy. If you're happy, you're happy, and nobody can control that but you. Right. But ultimately, I think as designers, product manufacturers, if we want to see longevity in this little realm of burrow that we're in now, this little lifespan, we want to see this lifespan or life cycle prolonged as long as possible. We have to start doing better. We have to hold ourselves to a better standard to say, you know what? I'm not going to release this because it looks too much like this. Did I really make something that much different without any real benefit to it? In your mind, you may think, oh, that's really fucking great. That's the best ever because it has your fucking name on it. But is it really different than the guy that did it before you? Maybe not.
Are there any bridges that are dual coil?
Yeah, the Kurtz is dual coil. I mean, anything can really be dual coil that you want if you try hard enough, I guess. Hell, just like any hole can be.
Yeah, but are there any that are actually made for dual coils though?
The Kurtz is.
No.
Yes.
Did you say the Kurds?
Kurtz.
Kurtz.
Dylan. Yeah.
No
Straight up Supply Co. Very, very good design. Yeah, profile bridge. Will it be labeled a profile? Probably not. Simply because of the fact that, you know, I've pursued Waterfall with that 2 years ago. I pursued them on the Burrow World, and they didn't want to do it. I've been pursuing them, been damn near pleading with different manufacturers in China to do a Burrow device, and nobody wanted to do it, you know? So it's like, well, if they don't want to do it, I guess I have to do it by myself.
You saying something there, sir?
Damn, hate to hear that, Willow. Water heater went boom. I've been there myself, man. It always sucks, but
well, he only needs a cup and a half to take a shower.
Oh, fuck. Savage. Savage.
Will's my buddy. He understands.
Miner said, heard the Kurtz sucks. Man, I personally can't speak on the Kurtz. I've never had one. But I see the design. I like the design of it. It's very unique in its own way. It's a deck design that somebody else is going to copy in the Burrow World eventually, I'm sure. But Dylan, he's a good guy, man. I got to chat with him in Houston. I respect his fucking hustle more than anything. The guy's always got his finger on what's going on out there. and always trying to adapt and make sure that that market gets something addressed to it. Tony B has opened the floodgate, so they will probably bite your hand off to do it with you now. Well, that's one of the things, man. The ideas that I have for a burrow mod haven't been done. There's nothing else like it, and there's a lot of engineering tweaks that have to be done in order to accomplish that. And it's challenging. You know what I mean? And you got to ask yourself, how long is this little life cycle of burrow world going to be going? Do I want to spend this much time developing and once we get to an agreement to do one, developing a product to be released to the masses, and then miss this wave? When I said it 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, that's when we should have done it. That's when we should have made an agreement, say, yes, let's get it done. And we probably would have been out within a year of that time. So have we missed it? I don't know, man. There's a lot of mods coming on the market right now. They're just coming out left and right. A lot of the reviews you see now are going to be on burrow style devices. I do have chip preferences for different devices that I'd like to see done that are not done yet. I've been very vocal about that. Yeehee, I want to see a Yeehee chip in a burrow device. Why? Because I know the owner of Yeehee is a very, very particular, meticulous man when it comes to numbers. His accuracy
The only thing about
very, very important.
Yeehee is, like, I feel that, like, if Yeehee comes out the burrow device, it'd be 100% proprietary. But I think that'd be pretty bad. It would. I bet it would look amazing. Because I like Yeehee products, the looks of them.
Yeah. I think that if they did a joystick on it, a small joystick, single joystick operation.
Oh, like half the size.
Yeah. Dude, that would be a banger.
Like, that's my favorite mod of all time is the G-Class. Yep. But that damn joystick is like half the size too big.
Yep. But that's it. There's never been a Yeehee burrow device on the market. So I've been very vocal with Yeehee about it. I have a contact there, and I've been like, dude, look, y'all have the fucking chips. Let's do the mod. Let's get it done. Falling on deaf ears, you know, but it happens. That shit happens, though, man, and I have to take it for what it is.
Yeah, the Yeehee would be forced into the not billet box, but the burrow device eventually.
I want to be the son of a bitch that forces them right off the fucking cliff into the burrow rabbit hole. I want to be that guy. Hell, I want to grab them by their fucking belt loop and throw them into it. Why? Because I respect Yeehee for what they are as a company. I know the owner of that company.
You want that Yeehee profile money.
Is very meticulous. No, it would be nice. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say it would be fucking damn good.
Came out with the burrow device, maybe not in America, but like overseas, shit, that thing will fucking sell like hotcakes. I bet you. I don't care what it looks like. It'd sell like crazy.
We'll see what happens, man. You know, there's a lot to come from me, man. I got my hands in so many other projects right now. It's hard for me to even really give the dedication to that. But if Yeehee was to say, you know what, we'll do a burrow device with you, I would almost stop all my other projects to pursue that to ensure that we got that out in a timely manner.
We should start a petition because petitions nowadays work really well for the vape industry.
Yeah, everybody should go at Yeehee, Mr.JustRight 1.
Yeah, because petitions work for Americans.
Yep. I just want to see good products for our community out there. That's never going to change. That's never has changed. That's always been my MO, man.
I want that new
products.
The G-Class V2.
Yeah, that's something else they've been really, really in depth with. But you look how long it takes for Yeehee to release a device, man.
Yeah,
why does it take so long? Because they're fucking meticulous, man.
Yeah, but they sell. Why the hell would you want to knock that product and with a new product? Dude, my wall is crazy.
I like my joystick.
Oh, yeah?
Mine are ass. If we like joysticks, I like my joystick.
I'll leave that joke alone, sir. We're live.
Real quick, everybody in chat who's come by, man, thank y'all for stopping by, man. Appreciate that. Again, I do apologize for not being more active and having more lives on YouTube and my Patreons. A sincerest apology to you guys for not being more active there. Know that I'm not just sitting over here twiddling my fucking thumbs. I am doing things productive. I am staying active in the creative side of things. And it becomes a tough balance, you know, to balance that working designing, interacting with the community, being live, and being a father. You know what I mean, to my children. That it's a really really tough balance, and sometimes I ask myself if I've just put too much on my fucking plate at once. You know what I mean? Like, what am I doing, man? Because I mean, I might lose my shit sometimes. And the reality is, I haven't. I'm pleased with what I have there. I shine best under pressure, so I'm constantly loading more and more on myself because that's where I do my best work at, is under pressure.
Willow said, "Hell, I didn't even get notification. My notification comes from Jimmy."
Appreciate you, Jimmy. I do, man.
Well, I didn't
Yeah.
willingly give it to him. He sent me a bunch of messages, and if you know Willow, I'm sure they're freaking 15 pages long. I was like, I ain't reading that shit. I'm in Joel's life. He's about to say "fuck you, Jimmy" again.
Good shit, Miner. Thank you for sharing that as well. I seen Miner shared that live on Facebook and shit like that. I appreciate that, dude. I really do.
I was surprised anyone even came in.
Yeah, me too, man. It was just kind of like a spur of the moment type deal. Jimmy jumped on, and Patreons, man. If you're watching, know the link is up in Patreon. You're more than welcome to join anytime, man. I really do appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the messages from everybody. You know, hey, man, you good? Everything's straight? How come you're not doing a live? When are you gonna do a live again? When are you gonna do a live again?
Yeah, I'm surprised ain't no one come on yet.
We had a mad scientist Vinny on here for a minute, literally 2 seconds.
I met tonight.
Yeah, he said if your plate is full, you're always eating. Yes, I'm always eating, man. It's just, like I said, I work best under pressure. You know, some people don't work good under pressure. Some people, like in the 48 Laws of Power, one of the laws was, you know, to never make things look hard, make them look easy, you know, so like to almost fool your opponents to think that what you're doing is simple and that you've yet to be challenged, even if it is hard. I don't follow that law in 48 Laws of Power.
Yeah,
really, I have no problem letting people know that, man, it is a constant fucking struggle. I'm not going to fool you and tell you, hey, this is just a cakewalk. It's simple. I do this shit with my eyes closed. No, it's not. It takes a whole lot from me, man. It takes a lot from my family, mental health, personal, physical health. It takes a lot all the way around. But I welcome that challenge, and I welcome those obstacles to overcome and to show. And I'm fully transparent with you guys when I tell you, man, it's tough sometimes. It really is fucking tough. If I didn't have some of the friends and family that I have in my life, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing today, you know, to vent to these guys in private, you know what I mean? It's something they're not going to screenshot and share somewhere. Oh yeah, Joel said this in private. I can tell these guys shit in private, just like we're sitting at a bar having a beer, you know that they're going to keep their fucking mouth shut about it. Jeff J said we need to start a petition to send.
I was going to say that. Go ahead, man, sorry.
I've never had a fucking coil image coil.
Neither have
I. Miner said, what's Patreon?
Sorry, Jeff. I don't make no damn coils no more. I buy them.
Angel says, Joel getting fat again? No, dude, hell, don't get it twisted. I'm not getting fat. I'm in like the best shape I've ever been in my life. Like, I mean, really. I'm fucking. Let's see if I get it in camera. Probably not, but
yeah. If you show your fucking abs,
I got a gut. I mean, I still got that little spare tire shit. I'm
call that a gut?
But dude, I'm from where I was at. I'm very very pleased with where I'm at right now. I mean, fuck. These shorts are tight. But yeah, physically, man, like I'm in pretty good condition. Getting toned up a little bit, not much, but am toning up just a bit. You know. Starting to kind of show a little bit. I'm happy with what I got.
Suck.
Weight wise, man, I think I'm down to like 194 right now.
194. I was like,
remember, I was like 259, 260, and I was moving good at 260. Like I was able to move around. So now that I'm at like 196, I retained all that personal energy and power from moving at 260 to 196 and still being able to move like I was, if not better.
JJ said, Joel, can you get in Batman Zoom on the 19th? Want to share a drink with you.
On the 19th? Bro, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing tomorrow.
I think the 19th has something to do with SunCal.
Oh, yeah. Yes, definitely, man. And You
JJ,
talk
am I
about
wrong?
mental health, yes, man. If it's something I can do, I will definitely be there. I'll reach out to
I, know,
Santos.
I heard them say something about they're going
Yeah.
to do something for.
And that, again, that's on me, man, because I haven't reached out to Santos much. You know what I mean? But I got a lot of respect for Santos. I always have had a lot of respect for Santos. I know he went through some things as well, relocating and so forth. And it's just one of those things, man, where we get busy. We're both living life and doing our own thing. But yes, if there's something going for 10 cal, you can bet your last damn dollar I'll be there for that.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Don't quote me on it, but I think that's because I know someone said something about they're going to do something.
We talk about mental health and the toll it takes on us, man. Reach out to your friends, man, and see what's up. Again, I didn't do my part with him, and he was a Patreon of mine, and it was for a long time. I seen his council of.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you. It says my birthday and my mom who passed.
Oh, I'm sorry. Isn't Sincal's birthday tomorrow? If it is Sincal's birthday tomorrow or today, the 9th, happy birthday to Sincal, man. A good dude. This community lost, and I hated to hear that news. It really fucked me up when Mona shared that with me, because I didn't do my part, to check on him and make sure that he was okay. Whenever he left Patreon, it gives you an option, send him an exit message. I don't ever want to hound anybody because I don't know what's going on in their personal lives. But know that, man, if you ever need somebody to talk to or something's just not going your way in your world, man, fucking shoot me a message on Facebook or whatever. Reach out to me somehow. I will do my part to make sure that I talk to you or whatever I can do to make that time seem less troublesome for you. I don't have the answers to everybody.
Today was Sincal's birthday.
No, today was Sincal's birthday.
Well, happy birthday, Sincal.
Yeah, happy birthday. Yeah, Jay was a good dude, man. I never expected that for him to pass. Like I never expected that from him. In conversations that we had in previous episodes with other individuals of this community, I never expected that out of him. And I guess it's never the ones you expect, I hated that dude. I really, really do.
Well, I said it quite a few times. The easiest thing to fake is happiness.
And I'm guilty of that myself, man. I'm guilty of faking my happiness. Like I'm very guilty of that. I try to fool myself and tell myself that I'm happy. And if I'm not happy, I still try to tell myself I'm happy. But it's something that everybody battles and everybody goes through: depression, emotional times. The 26th of this month, January 26th, is my little brother's birthday. If you know anything about me, you know that my brother's birthday is more important to me than my birthday.
Yeah.
Than Christmas, than any fucking holiday in the books. Like his birthday is one of the most important days of my life, period. And I battle with that all the time. We're coming up on the time of year that is just miserable for me personally, emotionally. This little span right here, from the new year till May, when my granddaddy passed away, like that's a really, really fucked up time for me.
I gotta pee. Sorry.
Don't pee on yourself.
I'm trying not to.
Yeah, Steve, we all got to do that, man. Country Boy, yeah, man. He says he's a supporter of the mental health awareness and dealing with the stigma of how the healthcare system has pretty much failed when it all comes to mental health. Dude, I battle with mental health on a daily basis myself, but with my dad. My dad has a very, very debilitating mental illness, and it has just all but ruined our relationship with each other. He knows that I love him dearly and do anything in the world for him, but we cannot be in each other's presence for more than just a few moments. And it's a very, very sad situation. I hate it. I really do. I see it in my oldest son, him going through some personal times and emotions. I'm going to give my little baby boy, baby Joel, a big shout out right now, because he's probably like, Dad, why do you share this shit with people? It's none of their fucking business. But I'm going to share it with y'all to let you know that people go through this, man. It happens to everybody. I'd asked him to do something, and he told me that he couldn't do it. He said, I can't do it. And I'm like, how do you know you can't do it? You ain't even tried. He said, I just can't do it. I said, bullshit. I mean, like, toughen the fuck up and fucking do it. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you to do it. And he got really upset. And when he got pissed off, he was able to pick up what I told him to pick up. And I told him, I said, see, you were able to do that. You said you couldn't without even trying it. But once you got pissed off at me, you were able to pick it up. You need to be able to tap them emotions and tap those feelings whenever you're faced with a difficult task and know that you can and will overcome it. And he had a heart-to-heart with me after that, and he let me know that I am the reason for his depression and the reason the way he feels sometimes, and that he really despises the way and that I brought him up and how strict I was and how harsh I am to him. And I let him know real quick that I thank him for having the finding it within himself to let me know that and coming clean with me instead of just shielding it and hiding it from me. But I also let him know that I would not apologize for being his father and not his best friend. I said, at the end of the day, God didn't entrust me to be your parent, to be your best friend. He entrusted you to me, to be your dad, to be your father. And that's something that I don't take lightly. So if you're expecting an apology, son, he knows that I wasn't going to give him an apology. I told him I am not sorry. But that I would do better and be more conscious of his emotional state and how I approach situations with him. And again, like I said, everybody goes through it, man. Everybody. And he was very, very emotional about it, man. Very, very upset. He let me know that he thought about taking his own life a time or two, And I was like, dude, scratch that fucking noise. Like, that's a temporary solution to an everlasting problem, you know what I mean? And just know that, again, life is too valuable, man. Like, there'll never be another one of you, Joel. And I'll let him know I do expect a lot of him. Hell, he bears my full fucking name. I don't expect nothing but the absolute very best out of him. I won't settle for nothing less than the absolute best. When he would bring me a on a test, a spelling test. Look, Dad, I got a 90. I got a 90. Like, okay, well, you can get 100. He'd get a 98. I'm like, all right, well, you can get 100. Well, when he brought 100 home, I'm like, well, they didn't have any fucking bonus questions. Like, there's never going to be enough. You're never going to give me enough. I want the absolute best out of you. Laban Review says, my problem with PTSD isn't suicidal, it's homicidal.
I can believe that shit too. That's JJ.
Yeah, Juan, true Texan, man. He said, especially out here on the road, he thinks Zoom rooms like Batman. Dude, that's it. You know what I mean? We have a community here that we focus on just vaping, and it's vaping, it's vaping. Dude, it's more than fucking vaping.
Dude, if it wasn't for Zoom rooms, I wouldn't have anybody to fucking talk to. I'm always saying, why don't you just talk in Zoom? Why we gotta talk in freaking Messenger? I need friends.
Permanent solution to a temporary problem is what I mean. It's a temporary solution. You know what I mean? Because it's only a problem to him temporary, but it still remains a permanent problem for me if he was to ever do such a thing. You know what I mean? And it just put everything into perspective for me with my son that, hey, look, I have to do better. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean that I'm sorry for what I've done or how I've handled situations, because I'm not. I just have to be better at approaching it and how I address situations. Maybe be more reward. Like, my granddaddy raised me. Hell, he didn't tell me you did a good job very often. You know what I mean? Like, he worked the shit out of me, and I'm like, damn. He didn't even say thank you or hey, you did a good job. But if I did something exceptional, very rarely would he say it, but I can hear it vividly in my mind right now. He would say, "You done real good, son. You done real good." And man, when he said that, it was like I just got paid $1 million or something, because he wouldn't say it often, but when he said it, it meant the absolute world to me. I need to find what that is with my oldest son and make sure that I express that to him, that, hey, you're doing real good. I'm very proud of you, son. You did that.
Yeah, the whole mental health thing has totally changed from like back when I was a youngin'. Like now, it's not enough to ask if somebody's okay. Now, if you suspect anything along that line, you kind of have to act on it now, because if someone says, I'm fine, it's really not anymore. Totally different the way it used to be.
Yeah, and again, like I said, I share that with people publicly. I've been getting better at it, being more public with situations like that. I know we've had instances in this community that has really rang deep in the vape community, but it's not just in this vape community; it's across the board. I mean, we hear people taking their lives all the time, and I don't know what to say to it, man. I wish people would understand it. Look, man, there's only one of you. Whenever you were created, the mold was broken. Yes, my son bears my fucking name, looks very, very much like me, but the mold was broken when he was created, as was mine. We have two totally different mindsets. We're two opposite ends of the spectrum. And don't ever think that you're alone. You know what I mean? You can always pick up the phone, call somebody, shoot somebody a message. If you don't hear from somebody that you're used to hearing from quite often, be sure to reach out to them and make sure they're doing all right. Do your part as a friend. And
I always need somebody to talk to. I'm a very lonely man. Just message me.
yeah, Willow, we do. This generation needs structure. We need fathers to instill some sense of masculinity and what it means to be a man. You did right. And I told him that. I said, son, look, you're never going to get, I'm not your mama. I'm not going to be the one that's going to teach you empathy, sympathy, compassion, any of that shit. That's not me. That's not who I am. What I will teach you is responsibility, dependability, credibility, reliability. That's what I can teach him. But that compassion, empathy, sympathy, that's for his mother to teach him. And if he didn't have a mother, I would be really, really bad off because I wouldn't be able to teach that to him. Same with Steven. I can't teach him all that shit. His mama teaches him that shit. You know what I mean? That's not in me. That's in his mama to do. You know, my youngest son, Hot Rod. But am I always right? No, I'm not always right. You know what I mean? I try to do just the right thing and maybe right by me, but not right by others. And apparently with my oldest son, you know, I was way the fuck off the mark. Same with my daughters. Make no mistake about it. One of my daughters made a foolish mistake before Christmas, and I talked to her about it, and I told her straight up, I said, baby girl, you fucked up. That's just point blank and simple. You're fucking up.
Right.
And she got really upset with me about that. You know, and I told her, again, I'm not going to apologize to you either. I'm going to let you know that you fucked up, but it's okay that you fucked up. I'm still your dad. I still love you unconditionally. What can we do to get past this?
I need to learn to apologize. I'm not very apologetic.
Yeah, I'm not very apologetic at all, man. Truth be told, I'm not sorry of shit. The only time I've ever apologized, like I've offended a lot of people sometimes. You know, back when I was on that watered down soup show, or whatever the fuck that was, you know, they made me apologize to people who were offending.
Were you on The View?
I was on The View, yeah, The View. That's what it was.
I think it was The View.
Well, anyway, there was a bunch of fucking snowflakes on that panel, and some of the community that followed that was a bunch of fucking snowflakes. And I offended some people, and we had a private meeting behind it that I needed to issue an apology. And when I apologized, I said it just like I said it today. I'm sorry that you are offended, but I'm not sorry for what I said. I'm sorry that you can't take a fucking joke. I'm sorry that you're a snowflake. I'm sorry that you think the world should coddle you and fucking protect you, because that's not the reality of it. The reality of it is it's a cold, cruel world out here. Somebody's got to tell it like it is. If what I say offends you, cut the fucking YouTube off. You don't have to follow. But what they did is they just got rid of me instead. So it's okay. All's well. Lopez says Jimmy is the sweetest son bitch I've ever met.
No, he said sweetest bitch. A little bit different.
Willow says he bets I've raised some damn fine young ones. I'm proud of all of them. I'm proud of all their accomplishments. I'm proud of who they're becoming and what they're becoming within themselves. I'm proud of every single one of them. Is it good enough for me? No. I still expect better out of all of them. And they'll never do enough to completely satisfy their old man. Like, I'm not that individual. You're not going to do enough to satisfy me. It's impossible. And I think that's good for them because myself, if I achieve a goal, I raise the bar even higher, just outside of my fucking reach, to where I'm constantly working to something better. I'll do that to myself. So why would I not do the same to my children? It's one of the things, man. It is what it is. So what's in the plans for Jimmy on his computers, man? What do you got left over there behind you?
Too fucking much. Nah, I'm waiting for the new radiator to come in because I'm only doing one radiator on this one. So I gotta wait for the thicker radiator to come in because the other one's a little bit too small. And then I gotta wait for the other kit of RAM to come in because they only had 3. I needed 4 kits.
So what's the price point you're at on that bastard right now? What are you thinking?
You'll never fucking know that one.
Well, I got to know what I got to get to.
We'll just say when I built the computer the first time, it cost $5,000, and that was 2 years ago. before the market.
Ryan, he said it. There's a difference between being a man and being egotistical. The difference can be loud. I am narcissistic as fuck. I will not take that away, Ryan. I am egotistical as fuck. You probably hit the nail on the head with me. One good thing is being able to address and acknowledge your faults and your flaws. I'm not perfect. I know I'm not perfect. Doesn't mean I'm not granted an opportunity to continue to be better. I work every day. Like I said, I don't have a New Year's resolution. My fucking resolution is a daily resolution. That's to be better tomorrow than I was today and the day before that. Like, I want to be better every day. Do I fall short? Absolutely. Does that mean I'm giving up? Absolutely not.
Willow says he uses maxi pads.
But Ryan, thank you for sharing that, man. That's a very, very good point. Being a man and being egotistical, that's the difference can be loud. You're right, man.
I'm pretty egotistical.
Right. I know I'm egotistical. I'm narcissistic.
I think
one of my friends on Facebook.
No, I'm not, but I think I am.
One of my friends on Facebook, her and her husband were mutual friends, and they went through a real bitter divorce and whatnot. And she always shares these things like, red flags of a narcissist or whatever. And I read them one day, and I was like the little 10-finger challenge thing, dude. I was fucking all 10 times 2. I was like, son of a bitch, I'm every red flag on that list.
What was that one? There was a popular one. Like, no one ever got it, like, all the way to the end of it. Like, I was instantly the freaking serial killer. Instantly. Like, everybody else was posting, like, they murdered somebody out of anger or some shit. And I was like, instantly just killed them for no reason. Like, what the fuck is that all about?
Failure, man. Again, Willow said, I think ego also provides lack of acceptance to failure. Not a bad thing to have. Very, very. Willow, like, I'm not gonna lie, Willow, you really surprise me with some of the shit you say sometimes, man.
He reads, he listens to freaking all those other people. He's just
it makes really good fucking sense what you say sometimes. But yes, the failure thing. When my baby girl fucked up and made a bad decision, I told her that, look, as your parent and as your dad, I will let you fall, but I won't let you fail.
Yeah,
I referenced that to them being babies when they were learning to walk. Or when they were learning to walk, they would fall down, and I would pick them up. But I couldn't be there to keep them from falling every fucking time. You know what I mean? I had to let them fall and get back up. That's how they learned to walk. Same thing in life. I had to let them fall, but I'm not going to let them fail. I'm going to be there to pick them up when they fall, dust them off, and get them right back on the course again. Ooh, damn, Ryan, you're hitting me fucking deep. He said, nah, I mean, it's simple. Being a man is taking care of what you need to take care of. Being egotistical is thinking you can do all of that on your own. Well, then I am fucking egotistical.
Shit, I'm straight egotistical because I don't need anybody's motherfucking help.
I trust absolutely nobody. I don't need a fucking guy. Ryan, I'm being honest with you, Ryan, because you're being honest with me in the chat, dude. You're making very good sense. Same as Willow. Very, very valid points. But man, yes, I do believe I am very, very, very egotistical when it comes to that because I depend on me. I think I can carry everybody, my mom, my sister, her kids.
Willow says I'm gifted until I get on YouTube. Then I just make fun of retarded truck drivers. That's fun.
But yeah, doing it on your own. Since I was 15 years old, I've been a provider, and maybe not the best provider at times, but I've been a parent since I was 15, working, dropped out of school to achieve whatever I've been able to achieve thus far. I'm not saying what I've achieved is great by any means, but I have been able to achieve some things that others have not. I have defined or just gone above and beyond what it was expected of me to think in this world, even what I expected of myself. So when I say I'm raising that bar constantly, I'm still raising that bar. Every day I'm raising that bar.
Except for your taste in earbuds.
Hey, sir, I actually like my AirPods. Thank you very much.
Okay.
He said, I'll see your watered down soup comment and raise you one. I got you back.
Mine says radiator.
Ryan says, you got a girl that gives you support, then you ain't on your own. You got kids that give you motivation, you ain't on your own. I'm out. night, guys. Be safe. Lob on reviews.
See you
Thank
later,
you.
JJ. Good night, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, you're right. As far as the support aspect goes, you know what I mean? I got kids that give me motivation. I guess it's not on your own, you know what I mean? I guess it's the achieving part that I always, again, that's where the egotistical part comes in. You know what I mean? The narcissistic part, think you do it all by yourself and you think you're doing it all on your own. I'm not doing it on my own. I have amazing Chinese counterparts and friends around the world, good home, good support from my loved ones to ensure that I'm able to do what I do every day. You're right. I need to be more acknowledging of that. Thank you for sharing that. Good shit. And who is Ryan? I'm not sure I'm familiar with the name, Ryan, but whoever you are, man, thank you for tuning in. Oh, Rebuildable Ryan. Good shit.
Yeah,
Good
that
shit.
one with, like the $1 million worth of freaking dildos.
Yeah, I know who he is. I'm just not familiar with his name on the YouTube chat because I ain't been on here long or much lately, so not familiar with that. But yeah, man, absolutely. There are people that support that and are supportive of me. My friends are supportive of me as well, so I need to be better at acknowledging that. I admit that.
I only do it to get shot every now and then.
Yeah, my dad taught me if you want something done right, properly do it yourself. Oh, he said it's not Rebuildable Ryan. Good night, Tony. Good night. Good night. Good night. I'm not that much of a dork. What the fuck? It's Clown. I don't know who the fucking Clown is.
Oh, I thought it was Rebuildable Ryan. I'm gonna say if you need a nice freaking dildo.
He said no, the Clown actually. Clown Life. You're not familiar with Clown Life?
Yeah, that's Clown. I know him now. I'm sorry.
But no, again, you made a very valid point, same as Willow, very surprisingly, out of Willow. And I don't mean that disrespectfully, Willow.
Yeah, Willow doesn't make shit.
Yeah, some very intellectual conversation coming out of that. Very, very impressive.
He watches too much Crowder.
Our in-house tech troll, says Willow. Good shit. Good shit. But yeah, man, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate the hell out of that. Jimmy, I hope you enjoyed the live. I enjoyed the shit out of it. Any questions in chat y'all want to ask, feel free to ask. But know this. If you ask the question, you better be prepared to accept the answer in which you are given.
Yes, because...
So turn your mic down, Jimmy.
I can't turn it down. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on this shit. It is what it is. Turn your fucking earbuds down.
Or sit back down again, he said. I thought the troll was Jimmy. Jimmy's a fucking savage. There's a difference
I
between
am
a troll
not
and
a
a savage.
I'm a freaking fluffy bunny.
Right, guys, I'm off. Stay safe, stay classy, Joe. Appreciate that, Cloud Cartel. Appreciate the hell out of you tuning in. Means the world to me. Greatly appreciate it.
Do you like big butts? Can you not lie?
I do, and I will not lie.
I don't like them too damn big.
Natural.
Any clues on your next project?
It's for everybody.
He already said one clue earlier. You got to watch back. Give him another view.
Everybody. Doesn't matter what you do. It's for everybody. My next project is for everybody.
We're not done quite yet.
No, Tony, you're good, brother. Yeah, we'll stay on as long as you want, man. I hope he does the CPU on your back requested. Right there, Lopez. He's not putting that on my fucking screensaver. No.
I don't have a fucking mic. My mic is on my freaking webcam.
10 grand in a computer, 2 grand in earbuds, and can't work a mic. No, Tony, you're good, brother. You're good. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a Patreon too, Tony. No, I greatly appreciate your support, man. I issued an apology earlier not even really an apology, just, admitting that I haven't been very active on my Patreon account and making sure that I'm interacting with you guys as much as I should. know that I need to be better at that and look to do better at interacting with you guys. It's not an $800 mod that requires a secret handshake to get. Absolutely not, man. That's not my MO by any means. Is it going to be pricey? It's going to be a little bit pricey, but it's not going to be no $800. It's not going to be $200. It's not going to be over $100. You know, I just want a good quality product for everybody to have. And again, when people see this, they're going to be like, holy fuck, this dude has jumped off the left field. You damn right I am. Sergio D asked a question. Nice to see you. I want to file down the top cap airflow ear so I can close down the top 2 rows on the RDTA. What do you think? Have at it, my friend. If you fuck it up, be sure to check out Waterflow to order another one.
File down the top cap?
Yeah, he wants to file down the 2 ears on the top cap.
So, I don't get it.
I got to find an RDTA, which... yeah, where's one?
I've got an RDTA right here.
He wants to file down the top 2 ears on this right here. Or file down the ears so that he can close down just the top 2. Because he can't right now. If he does, it starts closing off the second row. Or the third row when you close down the top row. Very good. You can do that, Sergio.
I don't understand why you would need to do that.
Lopez says, I'll sell Joel's secrets for $10. You son of a bitch.
Shit, I already said $5, Lopez. I undercut your ass a long time ago.
No contract signing project? Absolutely no contracts to sign or anything of that nature, man. That's fucking humorous to me. Always has been. You know, I want people to have availability to my products. And again, what good is it to make, 300 or something or 1,000 of something and that's it? You know what I mean? I'd rather make 30,000 of something or 50,000 or 60,000 or 100,000 or 200,000 or 300 or 400 or 500,000. We can keep going, by the way, and watch every single one of those motherfuckers sell. Like, that's what I want to do. Like, I'm not shooting for a backdoor project that you have to go to a certain place to get it, and it can only be obtained by doing this and doing that and like achieving and unlocking this, and then you get to go to do this to just to give an opportunity to buy one. No, fuck that. I want it to be right there in every gas station in America, like every convenience store, every fucking vape shop out there. I want my products there with those people, around the world.
The vape
173 countries I want to be in. I don't want to lose that. I want to make sure we stay on course with that.
The vape shops around here fucking suck. They're horrid. They used to be amazing. I love them. Not anymore.
Willow says, I will say this, Mike has been successful. TVC made some things that revolutionized the game. Jokes aside, Jay has done well with what he does. You have definitely maintained a damn fine batting average. Yeah, it is what it is, man.
Willow's baiting. He's baiting.
Look at it like this, man. Regardless of how anybody feels about anything, when you go back and they write this history of vaping book or whatever, back to the beginning when this all shit started, you're going to have the Grim Greens. You're going to have indoor smokers. You're going to have the Phil Brsardos. You're going to have the Dimitris. You're going to have the TVCs. You're going to have the DJ LSVs. You're going to have the Mike Vapes. You're going to have the vaping with Twisted 420s. You're going to have the Suck My Mods. You're going to have the Tony B's. You're going to have those greats. You're going to have the Hayes guys. You're going to have those guys out there.
You forgot to say the stands.
You got to have successful products, or you got to have an impact product. He did one, but I'm not going to knock the drama.
That's the greatest answer I've ever heard in my entire life. You got to have an impact product. Sorry.
But he had the dreamer. You know what I mean? But it can't be a one-time thing. You know what I mean? Something you got to follow up with and something you got to be consistent with. Those guys have been consistent. And that's when that book is written, each one of those guys is going to get their own chapter in that fucking book, and they deserve it. You know what I mean? They're pioneers. They paved the way for people like me to come along. It was said, I'm not going to say the reviewer's name, but whenever I released the profile and we were sitting down in Las Vegas, no, it's ECC, California, Ontario. He's a very, very well-known guy. I was like, look, Joel, he says, you don't realize what you are, man. He said, you're the last of the Mohicans. I said, what do you mean? He said, when it comes to the product in which you released, the time in which you released it, and the success of that product. He said you were the last one right before that little gap or time frame closed of vaping is bad for you and all the negative shit that went along with it. He said you're like the last of the Mohicans for now. You know what I mean? Until they resurface or something comes back. And you did well with it, and be proud of that. And I am. Do I think I deserve that book in vaping history? No, I don't. My chapter? No, I don't. There's other people out there that are far more deserving than me, that are constantly doing advocacy on the front line.
Yeah, but there's only one profile, though.
Doing do-it-yourself mixes. They got channels of people out there that show you how to mix your own e-liquids, and, you got your coil turds out there, you know what I mean? That's building coils, and dude, there's so many greats out there, you know what I mean? But when it comes to the history of vaping and like the pioneers in this industry, you got to give it to those guys, man. They got huge numbers, they got huge followings, they got their products in which they sell, and a lot of them are successful.
Yeah, but when do you draw the line of dick riding?
Yeah, Ryan said Rip Trippers is king. Man, Rip Trippers is definitely granted a chapter in that fucking
I can't
book.
take up nothing from that dude. He makes fucking mass money.
Yeah, he's definitely owed a fucking chapter in that book, if not the largest chapter in that book, just due to the fact of the impact he has for this community, negative or positive, in whichever way it may be. I know a lot of people don't like Rip Trippers. I personally am very grateful and appreciative that he has taken the time to look at the products in which or mine that have been sent to him for review, presentation, whatever people want to call it.
Rip Trippers is just because they fucking jealous.
Yeah.
He was able to do what they've been trying to do.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. Those guys are all owed their own, and I don't take nothing from them. TVC is a very, very good guy. I know that, he's kind of parted ways with his vaping endeavor and career, but that doesn't mean he's not coming back. You know what I mean? And I think that's what people should be worried about. If the man's sitting over there with all this time right now, like everybody else has, he's a very creative individual, and he's liable to come back and just completely throw this game for a whole fucking loop. And
right.
He may never come back again. But we're Heathen. Heathen is also owed a chapter in that book, and I'm anxious to see that. I'm anxious to see who writes that fucking book too, man. That'd be really, really cool. I think Pugs should write that book because he's a damn cool individual and he has a very unique sense of humor as well.
Pugs is.
He did those written reviews. He didn't do like YouTube reviews. He did like written reviews.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
What warrants a page or two in the history book?
He said, I don't know, brother. I watched Todd put a piece of mesh in the GT4 because of you. That profile has been more hands than probably any other product. You gave rebuildables to folks who couldn't build. Yeah, but again, it could have just been luck, man. Like, fuck. I don't take credit for it. The community did what the profile did. Like, that's not Mr. Just Right one did the profile any favors or any justice.
It was Lopez.
It was just an idea. It was just a design. What it took off from there, then fuck, that's on them.
So Willa says, what warrants a page or two in the history book?
What warrants a page?
Yeah.
Impact products, you know what I mean? What did they do for the community? Were they informative to the community on advocacy side of things, even when it's not the most popular thing to speak about? Were they educational? Were they informing and educating the community back whenever how to build a coil, how to install a coil, resistances, Ohm's laws, all the shit that I don't ever fucking talk about? That's what warrants that. You know what I mean? The guys that are hooking up these mods to machines to see exactly if the reading is right, USB charging rates and voltage rates and how thorough they are with their reviews and breaking down mods and putting things back together and being unbiased in their reviews and approaching everything with an open mindset. And even if it's subjective cons, being able to relay those cons and being truthful to the matter and saying, hey, you know what? I personally didn't like this, but somebody out there does like this. I think that's the biggest thing when somebody says they don't like something. all the little minions that follow. Oh, it's trash, it's trash, it's trash. So and so said it's trash. So and so said it's trash. Well, so and so said your bitch is ugly too, but you still married her. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
All I can think of is ask your bitch. She knows. I got. Oh, did I tell you? I got struck on Facebook. I'm muted for 2 days.
Damn,
For
for what?
so I posted a picture. Uh,
Oh, I know. I know exactly what
Sticking
you
your
did.
finger. How'd it go? It said,
Sticking is
yeah,
inserting a
elbow
finger into
test.
your bottom end and smelling it to
Yeah,
see if it
stick your
stunk.
finger as far up your anus as you can and smell it. If you can smell shit, you don't have COVID. If you don't smell shit, then you have COVID. So I post. I think it was on JJ. I don't think JJ's in here anymore. I think it was on JJ's post. He posted like a more PG version of that, and so I replied to it with that. And next thing you know, I get a 2 day strike. But the funny thing is that I got pictures of it. Facebook, when they do that, they do all your strikes for that year. So I had one that I don't know. It doesn't show a picture, so I don't know what the strike was. But the other one was a Jay Hayes meme.
You fucking savage.
So they posted the exact same picture. So there's a man's penis in the picture they posted to me. I'm like, I'm like, I got busted for that shit, and you're posting it to me. Like, what's the fucking shit on that? Fuckers.
I think all success requires a bit of luck. However, successful people shape their own luck. After all, luck is merely an intersection of preparation and opportunity. You're right, man. It is that. Again, though, honestly, man, whenever the profile released, I didn't think anybody was going to give two shits for it. I just enjoyed the way it faked. I'd never foreseen it being what it was, what it eventually came to be. I don't think Wodafo visioned what it would eventually come to be.
I knew the profile was as big as it was when um so I used to build coils all the time, and one of my main groups I was in that helped me learn to build coils was a Facebook group called Coil Wars. I can't even fucking say it. But it's got like thousands and thousands, like the biggest coil group there is. And there's some amazing builders, like Blue Eyed Goon and all that stuff that invented the alien. I think is in there. Rambo is in there, which is like one of the creators of the group, and it like helped me out like massive amounts to build coils. And all of a sudden, I started seeing profiles in the fucking coil building group. People are making these like these mesh coils out of round wire.
Yeah.
And they were amazing looking. And dude, just to go through and read the hundreds of comments on those pictures, the pictures were amazing. Like these were professional ass pictures. These people spent thousands of dollars on their photography shit, right? And then there's a there's a fucking profile on there with the fucking mesh strip that they fucking made that looked fucking nuts. And oh fuck mesh and blah 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 blah. Then oh this is great, and there's like every spectrum. That's when I knew the profile was as big as it was, when it was actually in a coil group with amazing coils being installed in it, with amazing pictures. It was fucking nuts. I was like, are you kidding me? I think I fucking on our little groups and stuff. I think I posted those pictures. God, obviously that was years ago. But that was when I knew the profile was as big as what it was. It was fucking crazy. I was like, "Are you kidding me? That's fucking nuts."
Lopez says he knew the profile was big when he would go to Vapor DNA and they were always sold out. They couldn't get them fast enough. Yeah, man, I remember them
Well,
days.
that's because it was China. The
Well,
boats
no,
might have been up,
dude,
yes.
it wasn't that. It was the fact that we were selling them faster than we could fucking make them. Like, dude, we were like taking pre-orders on fucking units that hadn't even been manufactured yet. And we're like, okay, well, you're in the queue for X amount of units, But I knew the profile was big whenever I drove by. I was actually on the way to pick up my kid from school one day, and traffic was backed up. And I drove by a city limit sign in the town nearby in which I live. And I looked at that city limit sign, and I noticed that the sales report for the profile surpassed the amount of people that lived in the town nearby which I live.
That's pretty
And
sobering, right?
I was like, holy fuck. Everybody that's in this town could have a profile in their hand. That really, really just kind of set it off to me. Like, okay, that's fucking huge. But again, I can't take credit for that, man. The community allowed that to be what it is. Those core building groups allowed the profile to be what it is. And people that hated fucking mesh bought a profile just to put one of their fancy builds in, and fucking respect to that.
Yeah, it was nuts. 'Cause, like, some of these builds that they were putting in the fucking profile was crazy. It's like, oh my god, how the fuck do you do that? They're using like fucking 56 gauge and everything else. I'm like, are you kidding me? Is that even a gauge? I didn't know they made wire that fucking small.
Somebody tagged me on Instagram the other day. They tagged me in the fucking post. It's a profile PS. And it says hashtag anti-mesh or some shit like that. I was like, anti-mesh movement. That's what it was. Hashtag anti-mesh movement.
Anti-mesh when you buy a mesh RDA.
I was like, that's fucking great, man. I love it.
It's funny.
Good shit. Yeah, man. Damn. Tornadoes in the area, what says Juan? That's fucking crazy, man. Juan, be careful out there, dude. I know it's been bad all day. The draw on the OG profile is still great airflow. I agree, man. That's why I'm rocking one today. I'm actually rocking the 22 conversion cap on that one. I love that.
I never got into the profile. Like, I traded Lopez what did I trade Lopez for the profile? It was Stan's mod. Stan.
The Lucid.
Yeah. Oh god. Fucking look at Stan's face. But I traded a Lucid for a profile of the Lopez, and that's when I got my first profile.
Yep. Good times, man. Good times. But man, you go back and look at like Blue Eyed Goon. You mentioned him earlier. Dude, that dude had a fucking phenomenal. The Goon was amazing. I love the fucking Goon. The business practices, maybe not the best of business practices.
Like back, what Willow said, what takes a what suffices their page in the history books or whatever, however he said it. Like, I would say the Goon. First, I would say the Kennedy. The Kennedy already.
I was talking about individuals, not opposed to products. Like, there's different individuals that deserve their chapters in the books. Like, I'm not one of those.
I don't know the individuals. I just know the products.
The individuals, I'm not one of them individuals that deserves a chapter in that book. But product-wise, there's a lot of products out there that deserve their own fucking chapters in that book. You know what I mean? And I think whoever writes that book needs to be very thorough about that too, you know, and addressing that.
In my vape experience, that like the number one RDA ever would have to be the not because I like it. It's just, I think in my vape experience, the number one RDA ever would have to be one of the iterations of the Kennedy.
Okay, Kennedy. That's
that would have to be like the number one. I don't know how many great RDAs and how many great RTAs that's come out non-Kennedy that had a Kennedy style airflow, which to me the greatest airflow ever is a Kennedy, the original Kennedy. That's the greatest airflow. There's nothing better, in my opinion. It's perfect. It's restrictive enough for somebody that doesn't like massive airflow, but it has enough for somebody that does. It's so to me. I think Will is he likes it too. We think the Kennedy airflow is like the perfect airflow, and then the Goon would have to be up there huge. Obviously, the profile would have to be on there.
The drop.
I wasn't too huge in the profile. I'm more into the RDTA. That's my favorite.
The drop has to be marked on there.
Dead
Rabbit has to be marked on there. The Goon has to be marked on there.
Dead Rabbit
has to be marked on there. The Velocity has to be marked on there.
I never had the Velocity.
No, but I don't the Velocity style deck. I mean, you had mods that had Velocity style decks.
Yeah, I know what the deck is, but I don't know the actual Velocity.
The Velocity was hard to obtain, even back then, before like people had the chase of getting the unobtainable. Hell, the Velocity was like the pioneer in that shit, dude. It was hard to get an original Velocity. Um, Other products would be a Jewel. You'd be stupid not to give Jewel a fucking page in that book. You know,
Oh god, Juul's the biggest thing to ever hit vaping.
the VGod Cubano, the little Stig, the little VGod Stig. Like that was like one of the very first disposables I ever got to try, dude. They're owed a page in that book. As far as mod wise goes, man, there's very very few I think that are deserving of a chapter in that book.
I don't
But
know. To me, the greatest mod of all time is the G class.
okay, well, for you it's a G class, but for me it's going to be the top side. It revolutionized squonking. The pulse, made squonking available to everybody.
Now,
Without the
I'll
pulse,
put the top side in there, but the only thing I don't like about the top side is like I bought one that was passed around a few people in the what was that group? The View. It was passed around in the View for reviews, and it didn't really work when I got it. So I never got another one. But when it did work, I loved it. I had some.
Indestructible, that's a good one. But when you're talking about J-Bo designs, you know what I mean. You got Indestructible is a good one, but I always think of what's that? He has a little bitty fucking small ass one.
Sure, what was that 3 battery one?
The
The
Patriot. The Patriot's another fucking RDA deserving of it. But as far as mod goes, Wismex design.
the Relo. Is that how you pronounce it? The
Yep.
Relo. Yeah, that was one of my first like high powered mods. I like the Relo.
Uh, what other good mods?
Anything MRN? Oh, sorry.
I didn't have much MRN stuff.
I had to say, I had to say that just because I'm vaping an MRN.
Shit, there's very few mods I think that are deserving to be in that category to have like their own fucking chapter in the history of vaping. This is my personal opinion, though. I mean, everybody has their own opinion. I'd like to see what some other people say too. Whenever they watch this video, as to what they think what mods should be in that.
We're asking chat what's the one and number one and number two mod. One guy says Derringer. Willow also said the Relo.
The Derringer, that I don't think that
I don't know
was
the
that
Derringer.
was that J-Bo's or not. I don't think that was J-Bo's. I think that was Praxis Vapes.
Well, Willow also said the Alien. I mean, fuck, everybody had, well, except for me, had an Alien.
Alien definitely deserves its own. Oh, fuck. I got that little mod, that little RDA I'm talking about from J-Bo. I have one somewhere. I just fucking seen it the other day. I was fucking.
Miner said galactic thingy. I mean, I know what a galactic thingy is.
I don't know what he's talking about either. Fuck, I don't know. It was a little bitty fucking thing that J-Bo did. It was tiny as fuck.
You know what mod I wish was so much better, but it really wasn't, was the fucking, what the hell is that one? It was called the Loch Ness Envy.
Yep.
That was the greatest feeling mod I've ever had in my entire life. The hand feel of that mod was perfect, but the lag when you hit the button just sucked.
The drag, that was another good one. Yes,
God, yeah, the drag
was
was crazy. Yeah, everybody had a fucking drag except for me.
The Dreamer for mechanical. The Dreamer is good because it was affordable for everybody, and everybody loved the way
I disagree with that. I disagree with that 100%. Just only on my experience with the Dreamer. So the Dreamer had that. If you took the button apart, that had that little weird freaking coil in there. That I don't know what the hell you want to call it. I'm gonna say coil. So inside the battery or the button housing, there was like a little weird coil thing in there, and it didn't matter what I had; it just burned out.
Tony the Bambino, yes, that little bitty motherfucking thing, dude. That thing was amazing.
Don't know what it is.
Tesla, YE, Minikin, billet boxes.
Minikin, yeah, Minikin. Billet box revolutionized a lot of shit.
Shit. You got some high end mods too, you know what I mean, that are like super unattainable to get. Like the M Addy, dude, that thing will go down in history because it's so fucking pricey. But dude, yeah, as far as mainstream mods, there's a lot, but not as many as you think that were like just truly revolutionary or like to really command a page of their own.
Well, Willow says that Dreamer was the first good, affordable mech that all mech folks had to own. Wasn't V God out before the V God?
I'll tell you, one before that was a fucking Manhattan.
Yeah, but I don't think everybody
That
had.
was a mod that everybody had to fucking. If you had a Patriot and a Manhattan, whenever way back when, dude, you were the shit. That's back when they had fucking drill presses back in the corner of the fucking vape shop.
But wasn't the V God? There was like a V God kit or whatever. It was like a mech, and was there an RDA that came with it, or you could get an RDA with it?
Probably so. But how many of those that we speak of had follow-up mods that were just as good, if not better?
I don't know. Then they had the Snow Wolf. The Snow Wolf had like a million iterations, and that was like a mainstay in vape shops. I mean, it might not have been a great fucking mod, but
Geek Vapes mod, the Aegis, that deserves a page. That thing was fucking phenomenal.
I think it's an Aegis Legend, and I still use the Aegis boost. I love my Aegis boost. I've already had like 3 of them. My Aegis boost is great. I love it. Paramore, yeah.
Magneto blew up the mech scene back in the day, literally. Cherry Bombers, all them fucking mods back in
Oh
the day.
god, yeah. The cherry bombers. Oh my god. I never had one, but I knew a lot of people that fucked their shits up.
A lot of good shit out there, though, man.
Ganger Tech, yeah. I never even knew what squonking was. A dude at work was it a sub box mini? Is that what it was called? A sub box mini? Ganger sub box mini? That's when I first found out about RDTA box. Who the hell is that? iJoy? Huh.
With vaping Twisted 420, had the rebuildable up top, and you filled it up here. That motherfucker's probably stove up shut, but yeah. That was good shit right here, too, man. It was ahead of its time as well.
This one ain't ahead of its time by no means, but I love it. Look at that one. Isn't that just so sexy?
Oh, yeah, that thing is badass.
This is actually an MRN monster, but Glenn, one of the team members, 3D prints this white piece that turns it into a series mod without having to stack the tubes. And I haven't used it yet, so it could be shit, but I think it's amazing. I love it. I have to.
Nah, mine, the Paramore don't belong on that list, man, because you had other mods out there. You had Sunbox had their Ambitions mod, and there's a lot of other side-by-sides out there even before that. That I think are more deserving of a page in the history books. I don't know, man. That's good conversation. You know, it can go on for days. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, but the thing that makes the Paramore set out maybe not better than anything else is that you could put a 25 on it. How many of them you cannot put a 25 on?
Yeah. But now 25 is basically a standard. I mean, a lot of people are putting 25s on side-by-sides.
Yeah, but how many of them were out when this came out?
Yeah. That's just to see a need in the market. You know what I mean? Like to be able to forecast the market, say, hey, we need to put 25s on these side-by-sides and capitalize on it. You know, I was in a lucky position again, like Willow spoke of, to be able to capitalize on that, and I did. And the Paramore, dude, we sold so many of them fucking things, it's not even funny. But it was a project of passion. It was something I was passionate about. It was a project in which I wanted to do. And I didn't really give a shit if we sold any at all. Again, I just wanted to make sure that I got my mod. It was a red and gold mod. It was a mod that I wanted. A Just Right edition. A side-by-side mod. My very first regulated mod. I'm very pleased with it.
There it is. Still got a Just Right edition.
Yep. That was a mechanical mod, my very first mechanical Just Right edition. I love that mod.
Yeah.
Good shit. Yeah, man. I mean, we can go back and forth on this all day long as to what we think needs to be on that list. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but ain't no one got one of those.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
That's the center for a freaking bomb, MRN bomb.
Pretty cool.
It's got the. I don't know why. I just love it.
Willow, yes, the Boxer has to get honorable mention, man, and has to be because they're like pioneering on the 3D printing side of things, and now you have like your BMM mods and shit that kind of took off after that. I like what Boxer does, man. He's got his colors down to a fucking T. I need to get some more of his shit. I don't have any Boxer mods, honestly. I had a Rebel Squonk. I had a couple Rebel mods that were highly overpriced, but I don't have any of his shit. Boxer mods. I need to be better at getting these mods. I know he's got red down. It's hard for me to see other people's projects. I'm so busy working on my own shit. I kind of miss what's going on product-wise and releases. And granted, I see the pictures on Facebook, and I think they're fucking dope. But for me to sit down and say, "Hey, I'm going to go actively buy one of those," dude, it's hard for me to do so. And there's no love lost or nothing. I'm proud of what they're doing, but it's like, they're not going out and buying profile squonk mods or paramours, and I'm not going out and buying Boxer mods or vicious amp mods or other mods of that nature or anything really.
I can't see to spend the money on a 3D printed mod that those things bring. I just can't do it.
Yeah, it's hard for me to buy stuff, you know what I mean? Especially when you got a mailbox that constantly gets shit sent in. Hey, we need you to consult on this and get paid to consult on the projects. That's something else I think a lot of people miss in vaping, that think, oh, just because you don't have a product out on the market that you're not making money. Hell, if you could consult and your consultation fee and agreement is correct, then you can make a fucking killing in consulting. You can probably make more in consulting than you can on designing and releasing a product.
I consult a lot, but no one ever pays me for shit. Not on vaping though.
Tony says he has a red unicorn already. Good shit. I did like that mod a lot, though. I was glad I was able to do that with unicorn on that. And then, hell, I don't really speak to unicorn much anymore, man. But I know he's constantly still releasing projects and releasing stuff that I'm very proud of what he's doing and still pushing forward. Anybody who's releasing projects in today's market and pushing back and staying relevant has my respect. I don't give a shit if I like the individuals or not. The fact that they're still releasing shit and still making things come out, that has my respect. They may not be worth two shits, but the fact that they're pushing back and defying the market by continuing to release new stuff, much respect.
You know what I want more series decks. I want more mods to come out with series decks. I think that'd be fucking amazing.
What do you say? Yep, consulting on the colors. Am I right? I don't know what Ryan's talking about. Just consulting on colors. Not shit I've consulted on colors, man, because if it was me, everything that come out would be fucking red. Consulting is literally like, hey, getting an early prototype of a project and signing an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, not to photograph or not to discuss or not to share that device with anybody, and thoroughly testing it and finding any flaws that I can see or improvements that can be made. Will said, no doubt, if I was in your situation, I'd never buy another mod either. Yeah, and I will buy mods. I have bought mods. I still buy mods. It's just to actively go pursue something is hard for me to go do.
Dude, you know how many freaking mods that everybody buys that I don't buy? It's crazy.
It was a joke at a certain ambitious mod.
Poke at a certain ambitious mod.
Oh, if you're talking about the Paramore, I know people say, "Oh, he didn't design the Paramore." I've shared documentation that has
No,
clearly
he's talking
shown
about something different.
that I fucking the Paramore is my design. I don't give a fuck who says whatever. Hairless to Pope. That can never be taken from me. There's documentation out there that has shown it and proved it. Whether people care to realize that and accept that, that's on them. I don't give a fuck. I know what I've done, and I don't need nobody to give me my accolades or my accomplishments, man. I'm very pleased and proud and honest about it. Going through my phone the other day, I was going through just kind of deleting old conversations and shit that's not relevant. I found some screenshots and some messages, and I took screenshots of like, hey, I'm going to hold on to that gem just in case that shit ever comes back up to, oh, he didn't design this or he doesn't design that. He just slaps his name on shit. People think, why the fuck would I just slap my name on something? It doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, there's no need in it.
I would do it. If it paid me, I would do it.
The part that I think gets those people the most pissed off is that I've passed on more projects in which I've released. Like, I turn down projects. I turn down more than I accept. Like, oh, I'm not interested in working with you guys, or we're not on the same course, or we have different goals and different visions of what we want out of a project. I'll just turn it down. Like, I'm not interested in doing the project. And I turned down far more than I've ever accepted.
So here's a serious question. So a lot of these people...
Oh, the cold steel. I see.
A lot of these people come out with freaking mods or RDAs or whatever, and they do only limited runs. What percentage do you think of those limited runs are only because they can't afford to do a mass-produced item?
Say again?
Okay, so I wanted to come out with a mod, right? And I said, to the public, I'm only going to do 250 of them because that's all I want. I wanted to be limited. What percentage do you think of that is truthful versus somebody that just can't afford to do a mass mod?
Well, to do a mass mod is actually cheaper.
Well, yeah, it's a lot cheaper.
It's a whole hell of a lot cheaper to do a mass
it's a bigger coin in the beginning, right?
The problem is, it's not a bigger coin in the beginning. The problem is the profit margins change in a mass-produced product. Your profit margins diminish greatly. If you do a limited run of something that costs, the production cost should be about the same to produce something. But if your production cost is, just throw a number out there, say $20 on a mod. Your production, let's just say $10. Your production cost is $10 on a mod. And you sell that mod for $400. You've profited $390 on a mod. And you only sold 500 of them. Or you only sold 100 of them. Then you take the same thing that you did $10 a mod production, but you only sold them for $60 a piece, but you sold 25,000 of them. You're going to make more money making an affordable product that more people can have and distributed worldwide versus something that's a niche market.
I understand that, but what I meant was, so I've known a few people, I've talked to a few people that's come out with their own products, and they don't have like big business backing them. Like they don't have Vodafone, they don't have AnyVape, they don't have any of those companies backing them. So they had to put a down payment for such and such of whatever they made. So it was a limited run because I think they couldn't afford to pay the upfront costs of a mass-produced item, thousands. Like, I want you to make 1,000 of them, but they don't have the backing, so they have to have a private guy make them, right?
If the idea is good enough and it's going to be a marketable idea, there'd be a huge manufacturer willing to jump on the project with them.
You would think so, but
the point comes to the profit margins. People want profit margins. People want to be able to think that it's, again, man, Dude, I've said it from the very beginning. The vape game is no different than the fucking dope game. You want to move large quantities at one fucking time and take off of that versus little trips here and there, here and there. You keep taking them little trips, it's going to bite you in the ass. You know what I mean? You can take the large quantities and it can bite you in the ass too. You know, but it's small risk, high reward, or small risk, large reward. You know what I mean? Or small reward. I'm good with taking a little risk, but knowing that it's going to be do numbers. You know what I mean? It's going to do well.
Oh, did I tell you I'll give you a computer for your mask on the wall?
I'm going to have to pass, buddy.
Okay, I just figured I'd try. I'll get that mask.
Yeah. Well, again, Jimmy, thank you for jumping on the live, man. We're going to wrap this son of a bitch up. We've been here rambling for a bit. I just wanted to get on. You said we do one, let's do one. We did it.
Yep. I don't have a closing statement. I just say bye.
Good shit. Guys, y'all be blessed out there. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm going to do what I always do at this time. That's going to be to remind you that if at any given point in time you've ever felt like you're not a somebody, I want you to know you are a somebody in somebody's eyes, and that somebody is me. I absolutely love each and every one of you out there. You stay focused. You stay blessed. Mr. Just Right 1 and Mr. Coil Image is checking in and checking out at the same damn